Um, I'm sorry, guys. I'm late today. I know. I am actually here this morning. Good morning, guys. I'm sorry. I had to take the trash out, and I completely forgot about it. And then, it became time to start the stream, and, I knew you guys would be complaining that I'm late, but I'm here. Oil is at $87 a barrel right now for WTI crude. Hit 88.60s early this morning. This is after Secretary of State Rubio says the U.S. has many options to deal with Iran if it refuses to negotiate. He also said that China is not happy with Iran's sanctions in the Strait and is in a lot of trouble. The Iranian Interior Minister spokesperson said there's no ongoing negotiation, that it may only involve the exchange of messages. Bloomberg initially reported that Bank of Japan officials are reportedly considered hiking rates faster than every 6 months due to the Japanese yen's weakness, adding to the upside inflation risks. But yeah, we got Google and IBM and Tesla earnings after the closing bell today. Gold has jumped up. Oil has jumped up. Chips are down a little bit from where they were. We thought we might get a rebound. We almost hit 1,000 in MU, but we are back down today a little bit here, guys. So we are back down some, but good morning. Hopefully you guys are doing good today, and yeah, a lot to talk about. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you have not already. We appreciate it. And let's take a look. I'm kind of slacking this morning, though. Look at the NASDAQ here. So the NASDAQ looked pretty good yesterday. We did bounce back, and then today, again, we opened up right around 29,000 again. Now, there's a number of different reasons for this, to be honest. More strikes overnight is what partially, caused this move. It made oil jump. And one of the things that I think we're seeing with gold is gold is kind of pivoting to a risk hedge, I think. But yeah, Brent hit $92 a barrel or higher than that, really. 4% gap up overnight. The catalyst is that Rubio said Iran is not serious about talks. There's a 10-day ceasefire proposal, and that hope is fading that we'll get that done. We had 11th consecutive strike of nights happen. And so really, like, supply concerns are getting worse and escalating there. We'll see what we get for earnings. The next 2 weeks, according to a notable eToro analyst, they say the next 2 weeks will be a defining stretch for earnings, and not just for tech. Companies that fail to clear Wall Street's elevated bar are being punished. Brett Kinwell also said after the markets run to record high, good results are not always good enough. And this was Brett Kinwell from eToro. So yeah, we've got Google earnings, we've got Tesla earnings, we got IBM earnings all after the closing bell today. We did have AT&T numbers. I did drop them in the chat. But yeah, look at oil, guys. Oil is elevated today. It's at $87 a barrel. Again, 11th consecutive night of strikes. Rubio saying Iran is not serious about talks and more. And so 11th night of strikes. Polymarket shows only a 15% probability of a higher open. Supermicro is up. If you look at Supermicro Semiconductors, they're having a big day today. Record backlog is what they said this was. So record backlog. And yeah, Britt is not here. I gotta call him. So let me call Britt real quick, and I'll say hey to everybody in the chat, and then we'll figure it out. But Britt is not here yet. Let me call this man. Hold on. 1 second. Hey. Sorry, bro. Listen, Britt, I had to take the trash out. I had to take the trash out. Some say the trash is more important than you. Some probably say that.
I heard that, but I took my trash out, and I had to haul a mattress out to the street this morning, right before the stream, and I still made it. I
completely forgot. Carol called me this morning. She was like, "Yo, you remember to take the trash out?" And I was like, "No, thank you for letting me know." But the trash is out, guys. Just everybody knows this. The trash has been taken out. It's out there right now.
I even overslept, and I was still here.
Yeah, listen, it's out there right now, bro. All right, so let me say hey to everybody in the chat. I already did the introduction, Britt. You just weren't cool enough to be here for it.
I was watching.
Okay. What's up, Ava?
Good morning, everybody.
Old Hack 500, Jonathan, Proxy, Steve, Max. What's up, dude? Alejandro, Edson, 500, Ashun, Darko, Serpent, Gia, Random, Brian, Easy to understand. Pelican. Matthew. I think I said 500 already. Matthew already. Slumdog, what's up, dude? Hayes. Knights. Lee. DJ. Don. Jono. Darkage. First Choice. Barnyard. Surin. Ace. Vegas. Still going through the list. Sarge. Fred. 8sec. Jin. Mr. Mo. I'm still going through the list, guys. Sorry, I'm scrolling. Raven. Hello. Christian Rivera. Hello. Tony Tone. What's up, dude? General. Mum. Edward Diamond Hands. Mac. Rick. Ali. Rimco. Rami. Big Don. Flavio. K Hoddle. P-Scar. MN. I think that's everybody. What's up, guys? Ricky. Hello. Hello. Camper Trader. Snarf. Hello. GP. What's up, dude? Good morning, guys. Good morning. It's not a beautiful day for oil spikes. Oil is up here. Look at oil. Oil is up to 87.30s today, guys. 87.30s. It doesn't look good. I
don't like it. I've noticed whenever oil goes up, I have to pay more for my gas.
I know, dude. That's true. That's definitely true. Sorrel, what's up, dude? CJ. World Free Speech. Hello, guys. What's up, team? All right. So, yeah. So, Rubio also said his sales to Taiwan continue to be under review. SK Hynix says it's reviewing a number of investments and acquisition opportunities on a continual basis as part of its business. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang says the U.S. has nothing to fear from China's open source AI models and everything to fear from growing campaign to ban them, according to Axios. We did have AT&T. They posted 65-cent EPS. Here's AT&T. They're up a little bit. 65-cent EPS versus 59 cents expected. Revenue of $31.6 billion. They expected 31.8, so they missed revenue. BDPS still reacted well here. Iranian media reported that the U.S. forces struck fishing boats after allegedly mistaking them for speedboats.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's true. You know, like both sides have a both sides have an incentive to deny any losses. Is basically, and you can see this on both sides, right? So both sides, like one side will be like it was a great success, and the other side will be like, nah, bro, you got fishing boats. And so
well,
who knows what the truth is, really? Like if we were looking at it honestly.
Surprise me.
Oh yeah,
surprised me that, like, some poor innocent dude out there fishing, just sitting around minding his own business, gets his ass busted. Sorry, pardon the language, but
it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. So who knows what the truth is?
That would ruin your day.
Yeah. It would. I mean, I love fishing. If I'm out there fishing, I don't know if they have bass out there in Iran, but if I'm out there fishing, the worst thing that you could say the worst thing that could happen.
Is a missile landing on you?
is that coming out of nowhere? You're out there fishing, living life, and bad news.
For those of you who think we're making too light of this, like, I'm genuinely not. It's just I have kind of a weird sense of humor, and the idea of someone just sitting there minding their business and then just kind of like hearing like a noise and looking at me like, oh shit,
Right? They're like, ooh, I got a bite. Let's see what happens. All right. But yeah, so we also see that the U.S. SEC settles an FOIA lawsuit with Coinbase over lost messages, reports Wall Street Journal. As part of our settlement, they say the SEC will pay $150,000 and fix its record retention policies. We did have the 30-year mortgage rate come out at 6.69%. CME Group also posted earnings. Philip Morris posted earnings. Moody's posted earnings. And oil is very high. And again, I've said this once, I'll say it again. I think if oil goes over $90, I think that's a really bad sign for oil. If oil gets higher than $90, it's a bad sign. That's a bad thing. If oil gets over 90, I think it's just going to scare people. Markets are going to be nervous with all the stuff going on. Has anyone done the price action on MU today? I mean, MU went up to almost 1,000, hit 996 last night. It's now at 939s. So MU looked good, but it doesn't seem to be holding that well. So dollar index is over 100. Yeah, I mean, yields are going to be up with higher oil prices, I think, right? So if we look at 2-year treasury yields, the first thing we should look at is I think yields are going to be up with higher oil, right? So again, we're at 4.266% for 2-year treasuries. That is higher than we were yesterday, and you can kind of see the continuous rise in yields from higher oil prices that we've seen since these strikes started, and since, you know, it's looking less optimistic in terms of harmony with the U.S. relations there. But yeah, we're up to 4.26% for 2-year treasury yields. That is up. If we look at hike odds, and I do think like hike odds should be up. I don't think we're gonna hike, but I think hike odds should be up from where we've been the last few days here. Yeah, I mean, they're back up to 28% likelihood that we're gonna raise rates next Wednesday. So this is next Wednesday is the FOMC meeting next Wednesday. December, we still have what? Only a 13.5% chance that we're not going to have higher rates by the end of the year. So rates are up, yields are up, dollar index is up. Ironically, gold has been reacting negatively to higher yields lately, but gold is up today, man. Look at gold. Gold is up to 41.20s right now. 41.20s.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Again, guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Yeah, tariffs as well.
You guys, it felt good. Join the club.
Yeah, do it now. Do it now. Moody's posted 468 EPS versus revenue of 2.2 billion. And the big story is Google, Tesla. Here's Google. Here's Tesla. Here's IBM. They all release earnings after market close today. So we'll see what happens. But that's the big story. Is earnings today, guys. Earnings. We'll see what happens. But earnings day is a big day.
Did you see? First off, good morning, John. I didn't tell you good morning earlier.
Oh,
but
good morning, Britt. How
yeah,
kind of you. You know.
Well, I'm a very kind and genial man. You know, I've been told. But
I feel that.
Did you see what I posted in the Discord just a second ago, or a minute or so ago?
Yeah.
I think.
Max saying who fishes in the strait. Yeah, I mean, look.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That was a funny comment, honestly. Like, that made me laugh out loud. And in a different form, it could be a good poll question, but I mean, I'm kidding. But
I wonder what kind of fish they have out there. You know,
I'm kind of curious about that too.
I'm gonna look this up right now, Britt. But yeah, what's up, Vegas? Rate hike equals Bitcoin dump. Yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin, it's, you know, what's interesting is that Bitcoin is down and gold is up. Usually they trend with each other. Not always, though. I think there's been a big, you know, we saw Sam posted in the Discord yesterday. What's up, Sam? I see you out there. He said, I made some charts comparing physical to paper gold. If you're technically minded, you should be able to work out what they reveal on your own. I am happy to answer any sensible and related questions. So it seems like what to make out in this post is that there is a big premium for physical gold over paper gold, a much larger premium. Generally, when this has happened, this is preceded, you know, recessions and you know, macroeconomic events, market crashes. You see one in, you know, basically 1980. You see one in the mid 70s. You see one in 2007s, 2008s. You saw one in 2020. And so sometimes when this happens, yeah, bank realignments, a lot of stuff could happen. So basically, in the big economic events in the last 30, 40, 50 years, we've seen a growing disparity. This is what I'm assuming this chart shows. And Sam, you're more than welcome to correct me if I'm wrong here. This is what Sam sent to the Discord yesterday.
Yeah, I'm curious.
There's a growing disparity between physical and paper gold. Historically, when you see these moves up, and again, here's 1980s, inflation peak, 2008 Lehman Brothers disaster. You know, we have supply shock here. This one was ownership legalization, and so you see in the big macroeconomic events in history, that's one of the things you first start to see is a disparity between physical and paper gold. It's probably because people trust markets less. Hey, thank you for Sorrel. Shout out to Sorrel for becoming a member. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, brother.
Sorrel.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
No, that's interesting to note. I never really made that correlation, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Break past this last low. Yeah. So I mean, look. Basically, you can see right now in this that we are here now. You know, now it's not as high as the other ones, but we're here now. We'll see what happens.
Patterns. I mean, this particular pattern seems to hold true, so I'm sure something's going to happen.
Yeah, and we can see the monthly average gold prices go up. Interesting. Yeah,
Also, Max,
January peak.
I had to mute the mic. Honestly, I was laughing so hard at that.
Yeah. What's up, Sorrel? Hey, thank you for becoming a member, my friend. Thank you, bro. All right, guys. So, what is y'all's play today? What do you guys want to buy? Like, what are y'all interested in buying today? Let me know. I see Baidu receives acknowledgement from Hong Kong Stock Exchange for dual primary listing application. Let me get X up. I haven't looked at
It wasn't
this.
gold basically pinned to like $100 an ounce while we were still in the standard?
I'm not sure. I have to look that up. Hey, thank you, Bossel, for becoming a subscriber, my friend. Thank you, bro.
Thanks, man. And thanks for the info, Sam.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Thank you, sir. AI, and this is AI's. It says no. When the U.S. was on the gold standard, gold was never pinned at $100 an ounce. Instead, it was pegged at much lower fixed rates, 20.67 an ounce from 1879 to 1933, $35 an ounce from 1934 until Nixon officially severed the remaining ties between the dollar and gold in August of 1971. So it was never 100.
Okay, so I was wrong about the amount, but it was basically pinned to certain levels for a while.
Right, for sure. It says in August 1971, gold averaged $43 an ounce. By 72, after Nixon got rid of the standard, it was 63 an ounce. It topped 100 an ounce in September of 73. Is what it is. So, yep.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah. Buy Bitcoin in October. And yeah, I mean, the 4-year cycle, if it holds, IBM, if it drops under 100. What stock are y'all most excited for in earnings today? We have Google earnings, Tesla earnings, IBM earnings all today. What are you guys looking at?
Google, Tesla. I mean, honestly, I just want to see how Tesla's doing juxtaposed against SpaceX.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's interesting. I think there's rotation in and out of it. Wait, do we have Intel today, or is it IBM? I thought it was Intel. Or wait, let me make sure. It is IBM, so it's not Intel. Intel's not today. When is Intel earnings?
By the way, y'all like that use of my word of the day calendar?
Juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Juxtaposed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned it
anybody's
in school. You know.
I don't remember where I learned it. Probably school, either school or my dad. You know.
It was English class, Britt. Of course it was.
Dude, I didn't learn anything in English class. I basically learned grammar and reading and writing realistically from just reading.
Yeah. I mean, I learned stuff in English. That was my best class. Yeah. Disney at 95. Well. I bought a physical gold back ETF this morning. Tesla, Google, Tesla, IBM for sure. What's up, G-Man? Killing Frenzy. Hello, Halo friend.
What's up, man?
Nick.
Speaking of Halo, tomorrow, dude.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, man.
Oh, it is
early
tomorrow,
release.
Bro. Oh, damn. I got to buy that right now.
You bought it.
Remind me later to buy it, Britt.
All right, I will.
Yeah. Are we back yet? I mean, I don't know. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 65, so under 66,000. It has pulled back. Guys, it has pulled back. Oil, again, the big story of the day. Rubio saying it doesn't look like talks are going well. Doesn't look like they're serious about talks. It's essentially what he said. Oil up to $87. Do you buy or sell oil here, guys? Because oil is still pretty freaking up. Again, $90 is my kind of fear level. Where we break 90, I mean, obviously, I think that might evoke some fear in markets if we get over $90 a barrel for oil.
I would short oil. I mean, I guess I don't know if it's long term or just semi long term, but just basically, I'd probably short it on the anticipating the end of this conflict, whenever it might be.
Well, yeah, but the question is, when is that? You know, like we could short oil now, but the problem is like we've had more and more escalation as time goes on, and I think you also have to kind of analyze the like the current harmony between the two, and it doesn't seem good. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we're not going to get a deal, and that this isn't going to eventually, you know, get solved. But for now, it's looking like escalation every day, and that's why oil's bumping up here. Now, maybe you could say, hey, oil's eventually going to come back down, and we can hold it. But these are futures, so these expire quarterly.
Oh, they did? I didn't know that. Okay, well then, never mind.
I mean, you could always do the same thing with oil companies. You know, if you have time, you just got to make sure you got the bankroll to hold through it. With that said, though, oil just jumped up a little bit here. Look at MU. MU continues to fall down. MU's at 930s this morning, 930s. So yeah, MU continues to fall.
I think it'll be an eventual honestly surrender at some point.
Yeah,
I don't know how long that'll take, but
yeah. John, you said the war was over? Who said that? I definitely would say that.
no, it's
Don't
definitely
put
not.
words in my mouth. You know, Super Micro, yeah. Super Micro is up. We do have Super Micro. Look at this move. It's up to 30. Buy or sell oil today, guys. Buy or sell. What do you guys think? NASDAQ dropping. I see MU falling here. I don't see any news. Let me check, but let me make sure. I see sirens sounding in Bahrain.
Really?
You know, maritime
You can
traffic
see
data
hard.
shows commercial ships continuing through both Middle East critical maritime choke points, although traffic reflects growing operational caution. I don't see any news right now. I'm looking, but I see sirens sounding about this. This really dropped about 7 minutes ago. I think if markets are falling, sorry, Britt. I think markets are falling. I'm gonna let you finish, Britt.
It's
but I
fine.
think if markets are falling, I think it's memory related. Look at SanDisk here. Look at MU. Look at SK Hynix. So they're all kind of following the same trend, which is down. You know, oil up, NASDAQ down. But we did get a big fall in the NASDAQ here. It's not necessarily small, and we're still kind of dropping in the NQ. It's definitely looking a little scarier this morning. Oil's jumping up simultaneously as well, which is odd, and that usually does mean some type of geopolitical catalyst, even if it's small. But we're looking right now. But yeah, look at the NASDAQ dip. Oil's still trying to jump. It hit almost $88 a barrel for WTI crude. Brent oil futures 3-month spread hits 10.89 a barrel, the widest in 2 months on mounting supply risks. But I don't see any news here, so maybe somebody knows something, or you know, we're just reacting to siren sounding news.
A siren song,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah, so I'm looking at GE Verona. I'm looking at they're reporting some stuff now. They're down pretty big on their earnings report though. GE Verona.
Did you read the maritime traffic news or no?
Yeah, I covered that one.
Okay, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Iran said earlier that if aggression continues, we will be ready for a regret-inducing operation that will follow with an announcement of general mourning in the U.S.
Jeez.
That's not good.
General mourning.
Yeah. So GE Verona, I'm looking to see what they posted. They posted 247. They missed big versus 319 expected EPS. Revenue of 11.1 billion. They expected 10.7. So they beat revenue, but they missed EPS by a large margin, and GE Verona's dropping. They said equipment orders more than doubled in Q2, while service orders rose more than 15%, reinforcing a sharp acceleration in power and electrification demand. But yeah, NASDAQ down. Look at this drop. Here's oil. Oil's up almost to $88 a barrel here, so it's not looking good. Yeah. Last time I bought oil, I got mowed down by a warthog on a fishing trip. We reached the lowest of the day. What, in the NASDAQ? Yeah, I mean, memory is really, I think, what's falling here. Look, MU down to 930s here. It's starting to give it all back. Like, again, I got to be honest. Originally, I titled this stream because I titled it yesterday. You know, originally I titled the stream Chips and Memory Rebound or something like that. Like, chips and memory are rebounding. Oil's up. Oil's still up. But chips and memory are not rebounding this morning. I woke up this morning, MU, MU, NVIDIA, SanDisk, SK Hynix, and more are down ahead of tech earnings here. So, yeah.
So chips are down?
Yes.
So you're saying chips have dipped?
Chips dipped, you know.
Okay, so you missed a great stream title right there. Chips and dip.
Chips and dip? Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Dippy chips? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah.
Which would be a great name for, like, I mean, some kind of restaurant. Dippy chips.
Yeah, like an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe that. That's great. You know, a valuable addition to the stream, Britt. A valuable addition.
Thank you. I mean, it's the talent, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, what can I say? I'm good at names.
I can feel it. But yeah, I see Saudi alert issued in Daman to warn of danger. An alert has been issued by the National Platform for Early Warning in the city of Daman to warn of danger, is what I'm seeing right here. That seems to be some of the news that, you know, sparked this downward drop. in the NASDAQ. But I think it's also chips. Honestly, I think it's more so chip movement here. Look at MU breaking lows of the day. Look at SanDisk breaking lows of the day. Look at SK Hynix breaking lows of the day. Oil jumped up a little bit, hit almost $88 a barrel. But I think a lot of this is just due to chips falling. Nvidia's down. It's not really cracking lows like that, but it's down. Apple is pretty much flat. Again, we have Google earnings today. We have Tesla earnings today, and more. So let's see what happens here. But it's an interesting day. Let me know what you guys want to buy today, by the way, guys.
I didn't see that comment, Sam. What was the context for that? Just out of curiosity, because that is funny.
All the finance bros already used the chip dip. No rebound, bro. It's a classic bull trap. Yeah, regarding the Clarity Act, the big breakthrough is that the White House agreed on the ethics package. So the White House reportedly agreed on an ethics package, shared draft language with the Senate. Bipartisan negotiations continue on ethics and DeFi provisions, but it's a good development. It means they're at least working. Ethics was the big sticking point for the other side, so it removed some obstacles. Could unlock some more votes, and now potentially it's looking more optimistic regarding the Clarity Act.
I hate to say it, but you're right, Tony Tone. Honestly,
yeah. The Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong publicly pushed for passage before recess, a direct plea to the Senate. Coinbase earns $1.35 billion annually in USDC rewards revenue, direct financial stake in its outcomes. So yeah, Coinbase is one of those stocks that's going to really move from these outcomes. So Polymarket in May gave it 74% odds of passing, in early June at 48%. It should trend higher though now after the White House ethics deal.
We check Robinhood. I was looking at something Anti-War said bought more Robinhood Clarity Act reasons, and also they released a new platinum card. He thinks it's going to pump today, so I'm just curious if he might be right.
Yeah, I mean, Robinhood holds a lot of crypto, so it can move with like crypto. So like Robinhood can move with Bitcoin. It can move with a lot of that stuff. It went up a lot yesterday, though. Like, it went up to 108 yesterday. Today, it's slightly red, but I mean, it certainly could move a lot, tied to the Clarity Act, tied to more. Bitcoin's been rebounding a little bit as well from where it was, but it's still at 65,000. So,
okay.
So people are watching the Clarity Act. Speaking of that, let's see if we have any.
Thanks for checking.
Yeah, all good. Let's see if we have any odds. There's a 41% chance the Clarity Act is signed into law in 2026 as of now on Polymarket.
Okay. And thanks, Sam.
Yeah. So it's still not the most probable outcome is the problem, right? So it's still only a 41% chance. So, there's a lot that has to go right in order for, the Robinhood trade to go well, because, if it doesn't, obviously you can lose some money.
Yeah.
So just be careful, guys. Be careful.
Saudi civil defense, the danger has passed from Dammam.
Yeah.
Just for a little update on that whole alarm situation.
Okay, let's see if oil's moving in any on this. Oil's back down some, yeah, so maybe it is moving on that. I'm still watching memory today, though. Memory's moving here, guys. So memory is freaking moving.
Clarity Act has too much clarity.
Yeah. Yeah, I see another strike on Lark Island overlooking Hormuz, according to Al Arabia. I bought SK Hynix. Does anybody want to buy memory here? Guys, let me do a poll. I haven't done a poll yet. What's some good poll options, chat? Give me some poll options. I need them now. Or do I just want them now? Maybe I need them now. I don't know. But
would you fish in the Strait of Hormuz?
Not right now, bro. Not after.
No.
Yeah. Definitely not right now,
Yeah.
There we go. I fixed my camera a little bit.
I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. What was it doing?
No, I just made it a little bit larger. People got to tune in for this face, right? Like for this face, they're like,
That's true.
Just for this face.
That chiseled, like, Greek statue of a jawline.
That's right. That's what they pay for.
And
yeah. Does gold stay over 4,100 today? I don't necessarily hate that. Yeah, we could do that. Does GC futures, which is gold, stay over 4100s today.
Good on
Yes
you,
or no?
Nick. It was a great poll question.
Or I say do GC futures.
I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I think yes.
Oracle poll question. Summer, I don't know. It's so hot here, dude. Like, it's hot in my part of town. All right, so I'm seeing more air raid sirens in the field of Al Aziz Airport in Saudi Arabia, according to some posts as well. So I don't know, man. We might just get continual geopolitical updates here with back and forth. Yeah, GE Verona did report. You see GEV here. They missed EPS by a big margin. They beat revenue, but they missed EPS, and so they're all the way down to like 1,000.
Made you mention how hot it is where you are.
Yeah. What do you do when you get to the profit target on the eval of 50K Apex? You wait, and they'll send you an email, and you activate it that way. Is it the no activation fee one? If you know, it depends on which one it is. Netflix is up. Is it? I haven't even looked at Netflix. I bought it not that long ago. Yeah, it's up a little bit. It's still down, but I've said it once. I say it again. I think Netflix is cheap here long term, and maybe I'm wrong. I think when you look at it as a company, they're doing deals with sports, live sports. They're having live fights. They are, you know, getting into live content. They're getting into podcasts. There's more content on there. Even if some of their big shows like Stranger Things are over, they're gonna eventually get more big shows. Like, this is just obvious. And so I think over time Netflix is gonna be cheap. It's kind of the alpha streaming service, even if there's other competition. And so I think Netflix is probably pretty cheap. What's the PE ratio? PE ratio for Netflix right now? They had bad earnings a week ago, but they're also at under $70. Yeah, Netflix PE ratio is approximately 21. It's trailing PE. Its forward PE is 18.8. So pretty low PE ratio for Netflix. I still like it. I'm not telling you to buy it, but I still like Netflix. Obviously, do gold futures stay over 4,100 today? 57% say yes. 43% say no. Interesting. They need a beginner trading deal.
They should do a prequel to Stranger Things.
They are doing a prequel.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Is it based on? Is it like centered around the doctor that was doing the experiments or whatever, or like Elle's mom?
Yeah, it's centered around. They're doing a prequel. Don't ask me too much about it. I know this.
Okay, well, I thought you might know. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's some of their moms and dads. If I remember, I think it was like, it was like Joyce in high school or something. I can't remember. It was like.
So you basically see how they all ended up, how they became.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
Okay.
I don't know the lore of Stranger Things that well. Game of Thrones, I'm into the lore. You know, Stranger Things, yeah. Gold to stay up due to geopolitical tensions. Yeah, what's interesting though is that gold has reacted over the last few months. Gold has reacted negatively to higher yields, and yields are up for sure over the last 3 days with higher oil, right? So we are seeing a pivot from higher yield fearing gold to maybe people are starting to look at gold more so as an inflation hedge, and that's kind of a dynamic we're seeing here. Again, yields. Look, here's how we know it's pivoted at least a little bit. All right, so here's the last 3 days in gold. You can kind of see up there, that's the last 3 days, right? Here are yields. If you look at 2-year treasury yields over the last 3 days, what do we see here? We see a positive correlation. So here are 2-year treasury yields over the last 3 days. And here's gold. So they have basically done the same thing. You know, yields are up over the last 3 days. Here's the last 3 days here for yields. And here is gold over the last 3 days. Gold is up. So yields and gold are moving in a positive correlation right now, which, you know, the only thing that really makes sense outside of maybe some of the physical stuff going on with gold premiums and the physical gold premiums and more is right now gold is being looked at as an inflation hedge with high oil prices. Right, it's just interesting to see gold move up, yields move up, and oil move up all together, and that's the opposite dynamic we've seen over the last really the last like 3 months. Gold has been reacting beneficially to low yields. And it kind of takes it away from the Bitcoin correlation as well. So like Bitcoin and gold have been following each other based off of that correlation. Bitcoin is now down on the day. Gold is up, although Bitcoin's still up over the last few days. So, let's see. What's up, Jay Violet? What's
Hey,
up,
Violet.
Gumplings?
How's it going?
What's up, VV? Lone Wolf, what's up, dude? Dragos, Shake and Bake. Igor. I have downloaded John AI and it's helping me save on my water bill. Dude, I'm the worst guy to help you save on your water bill, dude. My water bill's like $800 sometimes.
You serious?
It's not my fault. It has been. It's not my fault. Positive correlation makes no sense at all. I don't know. I think gold is people are looking at gold more like an inflation hedge. So like gold.
Carol doing all her gardening, isn't it?
Oh, it definitely is, bro. We got geysers in my house sometimes. Sprinkler breaks. We got like water's flowing in my household.
I will say, she's getting there though. I tried one of her carrots like fresh out the garden last time I was there, and it was really good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she's getting better for sure. She used to be the plant murderer. Now she's like the plant. I don't know what to call her now. But yeah.
Euthanizer?
I don't know, dude. Here's gold. Gold at 41.20s. So I'm looking this up. So normally, yields rise, gold falls, higher yield, higher opportunity cost for holding non-yielding gold. We're seeing both rise together. Yields rise, gold falls is the typical correlation. Gold pays no yields, bonds pay yields. So when bond yields are high, people buy bonds instead of gold is one of the things. They use the dollar to do it so it can strengthen the dollar. Just so you can understand the normal correlation. Again, the normal correlation, let me say that not in 5x speed. Normally when yields are up, less people buy gold because more people are buying bonds because bonds are paying out higher yields. And they have to use the dollar to buy those bonds, right? So the dollar strengthens simultaneously, generally. And that's especially been the case over the last 3 months, right? But right now, both gold and yields are rising. One thing it shows is like a stagflation fear. It means rising inflation and slowing growth. Oh my gosh, dude. Bro, the song, like, dude, it's Trinity,
Oh.
It'll just randomly pivot to one of their songs.
Maybe it was just meant to be, John. Just let it play.
I can't handle it. I want no lyrics. I select instrumentals. I expect it to follow through with that.
They collected full instrumental from their first album. It was great.
But yeah, so anyways. Right now, yields are up. Gold is up. People may be losing face. It also could just be geopolitically related. Like yields are up on oil-driven inflation. Gold is rising on kind of safe haven demand, like inflation hedging demand. And so, we also have central bank buying potential as well. Inflation's been relatively low though, but I feel like we're going to see some high inflation in the next report. Not like, I don't know if we're going to be at 4.2%. My guess is it'll be at like 3.7 or 3.8. I don't even know if we have an expectation for the next CPI inflation report. It usually drops. It's not going to be for like 20 days or so. But I'm curious to see what we get for inflation next. What do you guys think inflation shows up next? Gold is up. Again, oil elevated. Memories down.
Where was inflation last time?
Huh? Oh, inflation last time was at 3.5%. Did I get that right? I think it was 3.5% last time. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong here. But I think it was at 3.5% last time.
Well, if things keep going the way they're going, I'm gonna guess between 3.5 and 3.9.
Yeah, I'm going 3.7 is my guess. 3.7, 3.8 is my guess. If oil continues to stay high throughout the rest of the month, and that's going to be a situation where we might see higher inflation than we had previously. Yeah, they don't give us any expectations. Last time it was 3.5%. Core CPI year over year is 2.6%. CPI on the month was negative 0.4% for June. So it was lower, but...
Sam asks, how's the Dixie looking today?
I think it's elevated, but it's down technically a little bit relative to the open. So the dollar index, it was really high yesterday. It got up to 101.20s. It closed at 101.20 roughly, and it's at 101.13 right now. But it's still over 100. It's over 101, so it's still up. Like, people consider the dollar index still elevated right now. GE Verona sees Q3 wind revenue down to low double digits year over year due to lower onshore equipment deliveries. Electrification revenue at 3.8 to 4 billion with modest sequential EBITDA margin expansion in the conference call. But memory continues to fall here this morning. So memory is at 930s right now, 930s for MU. You can see the big pullback here. Like, we went up a lot yesterday. People were like, oh, memory's saved, memory's bouncing back here. We hit almost 1,000 for MU. Today it's fallen and basically filled, I would say, like 80% of that gap back down. It's at 930s here today. So MU and memory plays have kind of given back a lot of the gains they made yesterday. Here's SanDisk. Again, SanDisk with a very similar thing. SanDisk opened up here yesterday. It's basically right here right now. So it's given that whole thing back, basically like 80% of it at least. We look at SK Hynix in the same light. SK Hynix has given back all the gains it made yesterday after the open. So again, SK Hynix got all the way up to here. It's still net green over the last 2 days, but you know, we gave back the entire move here for SK Hynix after the opening bell yesterday. So we'll see what we hold, or we'll see if we hold. We did a poll earlier about gold futures. 64% say gold futures do stay over 4,100. I guess futures would be plural, so I would say do. But yeah, today we'll make or break the memory sector. It's important. It's definitely important. Definitely a stag signal. This is why the Nasdaq is struggling today. Macro fighting micro. Yeah, that's probably at least a little bit. Yeah. All right, we're at 160s. John, can you give the SPY a quick check? Yeah, I got you. Here's the SPY. Again, SPY red, broke lows a minute ago, a few minutes ago. Still at 740s. Still green though. I mean, obviously over the last 3 months. What's interesting is like the conflict started here, you know, and now we are here in the SPY and the S&P. So Nasdaq's probably a pretty similar trend. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate the subscribe, Bob. Shout out to Bob. Thank you, my friend.
You're the man, Bob.
Yeah, Bob's the greatest. But no, if we are, yeah, we started the conflict here. We're here on the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq very strong over the last 3 months, 4 months, and the conflict started. But Nasdaq starting to give back some of these gains. It's back down. Look, 29,000 on the Nasdaq is right here. So we are very close to 29K. Like very close to 29,000. So we're really right at that level now. And we'll see if we hold. Nvidia also falling down. A lot of this is tech. Nvidia at the lows of the day here. So you can see Nvidia at 204.60s. And again, we got big tech earnings. And so sometimes we move big ahead of big tech earnings the same day. Like I've seen it a lot of the time where markets move in a big way down ahead of big tech earnings, and then sometimes the tech earnings come in decent and the market rebounds. Tech earnings kind of save the market, so to speak. I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but we've seen that before. And so if I had to pick a direction, it's bearish, but I don't think it's necessarily an easy thing to predict today. I'm sure we're going to see some rotation into the earnings today with Google releasing after the bell, Tesla releasing after the bell. What is it? IBM releasing after the bell? Yeah. So ServiceNow also, Texas Instruments, United Rentals, a bunch of other stuff releasing after the closing bell today. We'll see what chips do here. Because I think like the big story with regards to Google earnings is going to be, well, I mean, to be fair, there's a bunch of big stories regarding these names, but yeah, Google reports after the closing bell. Cloud growth is one of the big stories, I think, for Google. We did get news regarding AI that OpenAI has introduced Presence, a new corporate software platform designed to integrate AI agents with internal company data, policies, and existing workflows, according to Business Insider reporting. So, yeah, Tesla, you want to focus on CapEx levels. IBM, after last week's 25% dump They did a pre-announcement of earnings. So IBM's one of the more interesting ones because like IBM last week pre-announced earnings and fell 25% from this earnings report, right? So like if I zoom out here on IBM, look at this drop that IBM did. They pre-released some of their earnings here and they were here prior to it and they dumped all the way down here. You can see they're at 211s and they haven't bounced back either. So one of the stories here is going to be, do we get some guidance revisions here? Do we see some commentary? We'll see the actual quarter 2 numbers today. So that's definitely one of the big stories here, is whether IBM can rebound some of these big drops from pre-releasing earnings last week. And we'll see. Again, we'll see about AI infrastructure and CapEx spending with Google and Tesla as well. We did have some earnings, but
I'm with you on that, Sam. And hey, Charity, how you doing? Charity asked if you checked the Bitcoin chart today yet. Sorry if I missed it. We did check it, wasn't it? What was it, 65,000?
Yeah, it's roughly 65,500. So we have checked it. But real quick, MU just broke lows of the day. So MU just cracked lows again. Look, it's down to 926s here. So MU is still flushing down. Yeah, look at this. 926s here for MU. So MU still falling. Still dumping. So we see it in MU. We see it in SanDisk as well. SanDisk just broke lows of the day, or at least it's pretty close to lows of the day. Yeah. SanDisk hasn't quite broken it, but it's testing it. SK Hynix has been breaking lows all morning here. It's at 160.40s. So
Sure, Charity, no problem.
This will be the last chance to buy physical gold and silver at a decent price forever. Oh, I don't know, man.
I don't know about that. I mean, historically, gold has had, several collapses. So
yeah, I mean, there'll be another chance. But I mean, the thing about it is that a decent price in 30 years might be,
yeah, that's all relative.
It might be 15,000 an ounce, and so we'll see. But
yeah, I agree. I mean,
yeah,
that may be right, but
yeah, maybe. All right, so OpenAI launching a new corporate software called Presence, according to Business Insider. I see the software rate coming out. Yeah, I mean, we've had some escalation here, but memory is down. Does anybody want to buy memory today? What do you guys think? Does anybody actually want to buy memory? Where we're at now? Same with SanDisk. Pew? What's up, Pew? Is Pew here? Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
If your alias is Gold Fever, I'm not taking advice for gold on you. Yeah, from you. Is it time to buy memory, guys? Yes or no? Put yes or no in chat. Right now, I ask you to participate here. Show yourself, participate. Show that you're a supporter, a kind member of the channel here. Yeah. Is it time to buy memory stocks right now? Is it time to buy memory ETFs? We're talking DRAM. We're talking SOX. We're talking, is it time to buy it? Are you going to fade Michael Burry? No, yes, no, yes, yes. No gold is... Oil getting faded more, yes. I was just thinking that. Short memory, long... No.
Sold SMCI last night.
It's polarized right now with memory. I'm like, hey, who wants to buy memory? Some people are like, yes, it's the greatest thing ever in all of time. And others are like, how dare you even mention buying memory today? What are you thinking? Polarized here. Not me, no. No, dude. I feel attacked when y'all use all caps. Like, that guy's like, no, dude. I heard that in like a really like, no,
angry.
Dude. Yeah. Like, I heard it. Like, I feel it. I feel it, bro. I feel the heat.
No,
better buy his Amazon. Yeah, that's how I heard it. It's late though. Money's already poured into stocks. No new money, however. I'm joining Michael Blurry. Better buy Amazon. I'm cycling out of Texum. Maybe. Have a look Friday. A nibble. Buy in September. Yes, I need more memory in my computer. No. Yes. Sold Supermicro last night. Bad time to sell, bro. Bad time to sell. Buy burritos. Not a memory fan, so no. Not unless it
I'm gonna
gets
go to
my
Izzo's.
short-term memory back. Yeah. Izzo's, dude. It was
Mhm.
good.
I know, dude. It's still good.
Yeah. I haven't been there in years, dude. It's been years since I hit Baton Rouge up for Izzo's.
We should go.
Yes, buy the dip. Wait for the crash. Only to sell the next rip. Always buy burritos. Seeking advice from my financial counselor. That's not me. I'm not that I'm not that guy. In fact, I haven't even given out an answer. I'm just reading the chat's answers here.
That mean me. Clearly, I'm the finance guru here.
Well, Britt, let me say, this is not investment advice, chat. But Britt, what do you think about memory right now? Is it time to buy memory?
No, I don't.
No, it's not time. No,
but mostly because I can't afford it.
Yeah, it's true. What are you running on your computer? Like 12 gigs, 8 gigs?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I just last time my computer crapped out, I just picked out a decently priced computer and kind of glanced at the this I don't know.
Yeah.
Specs.
I wanted-
There you go. That's what I was thinking of.
I got 32 on my computer, and I wanted 64. You know, but like at the same time, I probably don't need 64. I mean, who needs 64? I mean, yeah, it'll run a little bit more efficiently in terms of tabs and stuff like that. But like, do we really need 64 gigs? Right now, 64 gigs is probably like $1,200 or something crazy if you want to buy 64 gigs. So the memory might cost more than the computer does right now. But yeah, let's see. MU was at 930s here. Yeah, gamers do for sure. 156 gigs. I would love it. Man, I miss
On runs
carbs.
everything I needed to.
Yeah, for sure. 64 gigs means you're rich. Yeah, right now it does for sure. You can retire on 64 gigs of RAM. All right, SK Hynix at 160 here. And if you had to buy a memory stock, guys, let's talk about it. If you had to buy a memory stock, which one are you buying? You
I
got
don't know.
MU.
What would your go-to be?
That's a tough one. You got MU. You got SK Hynix. And then you have SanDisk. Honestly, SanDisk is just up too much though. And so SanDisk, I'm the most hesitant about buying.
Maybe they'll do
MU
a
seems
stock split.
Huh?
Maybe they'll do a split.
Yeah, it might. It's up enough to where it could. I don't know. I'd probably go with like SK Hynix or MU. SanDisk seems a little bit too much.
I'd go with SK Hynix just because I like the name. Honestly, it sounds like a company out of Terminator.
Yeah, it might be good just to diversify into an ETF. That might make more sense. Samsung, yeah. All right, so MU is down here. I am gonna trade today, guys. So let's trade a little bit. I did make money yesterday, although I took some risks to do it. I'm not really excited about it, but maybe we'll get some better price action. Yesterday's price action at the opening bell was garbage. But we'll see what we get today.
Emmy says Dram.
Yeah, DRAM ETF. Yeah, he's referencing this right here. It's out of
What's up,
56 as well. It seems cheap. If you're buying memory, you basically got to hope Burry's wrong. And he might be wrong, all things considered. But he's right now. Like, everything he's in is green except for what? NVIDIA? Yeah, NVIDIA 204s. And it's really not that like, he's much more up in the rest of it. Like, even what he's down in NVIDIA isn't the worst. Like, he's losing in it for sure, but I don't know what to do in the NASDAQ right here. I don't know whether to long or short this, guys. What do y'all think? Look at the wicks of Marvell and NVIDIA.
I don't know. Does the SK and SK Hynix stand for South Korea? Just out of curiosity. Or Korean, possibly.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be.
I mean, I would think. I mean, that was just my natural conclusion, and I don't know. I could have looked myself, but
Yeah, I don't really. I'm looking at what it means. SK probably means that, but
I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's not like it's super important. I was just curious.
yeah, NASDAQ is getting close to the lows here, though. Look at the NASDAQ drop. We're at 29,000. 29K is right underneath us, though. So it looks like a bear flag right now. The 29K is right underneath us here, but we're starting to dip some more. We got 14 minutes left until the open, or until 8:30 here. I don't think we have any data today. Let me make sure.
I didn't see any. I looked on the.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet this week for
terms of
data
that.
here. Yeah, next week we got a lot of stuff. We got like the Fed meeting next week. We have a bunch of stuff going on next week. This week's a little quiet for data outside of earnings. Tomorrow we got jobless claims, the ECB rate decision, and more. So we got some stuff going on tomorrow. But
OpenAI is launching new corporate software that takes it beyond the AI model war, whatever that means.
yeah, yeah, he's talking about the one we saw earlier, presence.
Oh yeah, corporate software. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, presents, and not presents like Christmas presents, but presents like I'm here.
As in your presence is
present.
requested.
Yeah, that's correct. Bounce on earnings. Check oil, John, is getting cheaper. Is it?
Also, what is the
It's at
Genesis
87.
mission? Is that a space thing?
I'm
Because I
not
just
sure.
saw that.
I saw that earlier.
Yeah, I saw that Microsoft committed $60 million to DOE's Genesis mission, and the Trump administration allocated $5 billion toward it. So I'm assuming something to do with space. I don't know.
So Genesis mission is a major initiative led by the U.S. Department of Energy aimed at harnessing AI and advanced computing to radically accelerate scientific discovery. Oh, I've heard about this actually.
Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I looked it up earlier, and AI was like, "Yeah, that's totally about space."
I bet it
Oh,
was,
okay,
dude.
cool.
AI is
I mean-
like, yep, that's right.
Yeah, let me make myself look like a fool in front of the entire chat, thanks to you.
No, this
Not
is
you, I'm talking-
they're gonna basically get into like drug research and try to use AI to like find cures and stuff like that. Like that's essentially what
I'm
they're
looking
gonna be
forward to
doing
that.
here.
I've been saying for a while. I'm fairly certain that, and I mean, it's not like I'm the first one. It's not like I'm revealing anything, amazing.
Yeah.
But I think AI is going to like revolutionize medicine.
Yeah, I believe so. What's up, Tanvir? How you doing, brother? I invested. Oh. OMG, you guys are beating the horse on memory. Definitely are.
Thanks, all.
Listen, if you're bearish memory, you're bearish chips. It's in chips. No, I understand. Most of these memory producers produce what's called HBM, high bandwidth memory chips. NVIDIA needs those chips to produce its own. And so, yeah, I understand what you're saying in terms of like they're connected for sure. But I think the fear now is not just in memory, it's in AI as well. It's in text, it's in chips. We're seeing kind of slumps in most AI names over the past month or so, right? So they're both connected. Now, long term, again, they're still going to be fine. They're still going to be good long term. The only issue is that if there's bottlenecks and, there could be, and there's going to be at least some, but I think long term they're still going to be fine, and these companies are still going to be like most of these memory names, if not all of them, are going to be okay. I think. Do you think Boeing bounces? AI would genetically turn us all into zombies. Yeah, we're right at the lows on the Nasdaq here. I'm looking at 29,000. 29,000, big psychological level right here. We got a big psychological level here. We'll see if it holds.
You might be right, Nick. I mean, at least at the moment, but mostly, well, at least at this point, I'm just kind of talking about like identification of problems, accurately reading test results, diagnoses, things like that. Like, I think that's, at least for right now, it appears to be making pretty good strides in that area.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, so I'm seeing more kind of, I don't know if it's escalation here. I'm looking at oil. Oil's still at 87s though. I don't know if I want to buy oil.
I'm getting news, but it's coming out slow, and it's not coming out like chronologically. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, and we don't really have, like, I think markets might, I don't know if we're going to get chop leading into today. I'm watching oil here. But here's the NASDAQ testing the lows of the day here at 29.17s. So the NASDAQ is actually right at the lows of the day here at 29.17s. Here's 29,000 as well. I do like 29,000. I like psychological levels. If we dip down there and test 29K, I might buy that dip. So we will see. Yeah, look at that drop. So we just cracked lows here in the NASDAQ. We did just break lows. Am I crazy for buying this? I'm gonna buy a couple contracts here. We're right at 29,000. I'm gonna hope we bounce at 29K, but I'm gonna buy this here. Let's see what happens. But I'm buying the dip. And again, we'll see. Good or bad trade, guys? Good or bad trade? Let me know right now. What do you guys think? I'm looking for a liquidity grab. Very small, though, apparently. Bad trade. Bad. Time will tell. Bad trade, bro. Don't do it. Bad. Does nobody think I have a good trade here? Is everybody saying I'm bad right now?
No, but it sounds like somebody's admonishing their pet. Bad trade. Bad.
Bro, if I make money in this trade, y'all will never hear the end of this, okay? Like, y'all better be ready, all right?
Until he ADDs and forgets about it.
So I started looking up news and I completely forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Fred. I appreciate it. Bad. I'm trading the NASDAQ right here. I think we're already down a lot on the day. Yeah, I think we're already down a lot on the day. I think there's better risk reward to the upside. And I think memory is faded. And I think we're down a lot already. It's a small trade anyway. So like we'll start small and add to it. And see if we continue to bounce higher. I think shorts could get squeezed out, then try to jump in at the lows of the day as well. They got a little greedy here. Hey, thank you, Matthew.
Farmer said they've never seen you make a bad trade.
Hell, I've definitely made them. Yeah, we just got to be careful not to get pushed down here. 29,000 is right underneath us, though. So I'm kind of banking on 29,000 holding a support. It depends on what memory and tech do, though. If memory and tech continue to flush, you know, that ain't good, obviously. I'll add one more contract to this at 29,000. See if we pop right here. Bad news is overdone. I would have waited for confirmation, though. Still might be in your favor. Now you're good. Bounce at 29K. I'm looking for a 29K bounce. The problem is a lot of the time we bounce at these big psychological levels. When we don't, sometimes we absolutely dump down quickly. So I just have to be a little careful there. But yeah, I'm essentially looking for a 29K bounce. Sell-off is just anticipating Google and big tech. Market will start rallying today. I don't know, man. It's down a lot. It could. I mean, look, we're ahead of earnings. Big tech earnings, Google, IBM, Tesla earnings. You know, we got to watch memory, though. I'm looking at, like, MU. I'm watching SanDisk. Like, these are what could potentially drag this down, so.
How's SpaceX doing today?
SpaceX is dumping down here. Wow, SpaceX is down to 122, so it went red on the day.
Ooh.
It was green. It was looking more optimistic for SpaceX, but it's now effectively red. It's now effectively red on the day.
Does anybody still think that SpaceX and Tesla are going to consolidate, merge, whatever you want to say?
I don't know. They might try to separate it. All right, so we're green now.
If performance keeps going, I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, SpaceX, to be fair, is still making a lot more than is really kind of, I'm not going to say it's justified just based off of how much SpaceX actually earns, you know. It's still doing okay, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it loses money. All right, we are green. Let's see if we go up a little bit more here. Merger would make sense someday. SpaceX all-time highs in the next 6 years. I mean, people have to understand, like, we have volatility from IPOs. Like, IPOs are freaking volatile, dude. They move. All right, we are
Kathy
green
Wood
here.
bought means it's going to dump.
I'm going to take half off here, partly just so I could celebrate if I'm green, since the chat faded me and hated my trade, apparently. But we are up on this trade, guys. We are green on this trade. And now we can hold the rest roughly break even. It's a very tiny little trade, but like, we're not holding it for 5 years. But it's green. Good morning. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold this break even now. I'm gonna set a stop loss here, like right under my exit. Or right under my entry price, and I'm just see if this thing keeps bouncing. And this is what people don't understand. Like, a lot of the time, I've been playing liquidity grabs at milestone levels, and it's been working lately. So
I believe in you, John. You can do
but
it.
who said? Hey, look, we're still green here. We are rebounding back up here. Look at that. All right, we're gonna get out the rest right there. Get rid of our stop so we don't forget. Scalp that move. You love to see it. You love to see it. Haha, guys, I've done it. I've done it, and y'all were wrong today. Y'all were wrong. I knew you would be. I knew you would be. I knew this the whole time. Yeah.
You're so gracious, John.
I mean, it kind of goes
Victory.
to show, like, look, most of the time you should trade with the trend. But when we're down this much, you know, I think, and we're at a big psychological level, you know, like 29,000 right here. I think it makes sense that we're at least going to get a small bounce back up there. And so, yeah. Yeah, I got rid of the stop loss, Frankie. Already got it. Honestly, we're still kind of moving up here too, but I don't trust it as much now. There's too much maybe potential resistance up here. And a lot of it is going to depend on memory plays here, guys. So we have memory plays. You know, we've got MU, we've got SanDisk. These are kind of scaring markets right now. The question you got to ask yourself is MU going to continue to break lows? I don't know. I think it's already down a lot. It could, though, for sure, but I'm just looking at probabilities here. Here's SanDisk. SanDisk is already down a lot. It is a big earnings day, so maybe we start to trend in a big way, but I don't know. NVIDIA seems to be bouncing back up, too. Inverse chat wins. Yeah. Yeah, and I think people, you know, sometimes people see these big moves and they're like, oh, well, it's obviously bearish, right? But you got to think how it's taken us a ways to get down here. So extensions there at a certain point. A lot of the time gaps fill too. Like you know, a big dynamic in markets is gaps will fill. Not all the way most of the time, but some of the way here. MU can continuing to rebound back up a little bit here, but we'll watch the NASDAQ. Yeah, look at, okay, some news just came out or something here. Oh, it's 8:30. I don't know if this is just orders going through, but look at the NASDAQ jump. Something might have just happened. Where's oil?
Iranian army announces the interception of Iranian attacks that targeted the country today. That was 30 seconds ago, but I mean...
Yeah, I should have held that long, guys.
I don't think that's doing anything.
Okay, so I see there was never any halt in the production of our strategic missiles during the 40-day conflict. Okay, I see that.
Yeah, I saw that too. Didn't seem like anything that would move the market.
Yeah, but we don't really have any 8:30 data today. Not really.
Maybe there
So
was
it's interesting to see markets move. AMD and Anthropic sign a major chip and investment deal, according to the Wall Street Journal. I think that's what this is. So let's look at AMD here. Yeah, look at AMD. Okay, so this is AMD related here, guys. This is a chip deal with AMD and Anthropic. Okay. Major chip and investment deal, according to the Wall Street Journal. So that's what's going on here is AMD and Anthropic signed a major deal. That is what's going on. So we figured it out. But AMD didn't really hold. Nasdaq jumped a little bit on it though, and look, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna put this out there. 29,000 is right there, guys. Right there at 29K. Yeah, again, this is a deal from AMD and Anthropic. Originally pushed AMD higher. Might make people more optimistic regarding chips, though. We'll put this up on screen so you guys can see it right now. But
then do you think that 29,000 price point will pull it back down?
I don't know. I think it's a big psychological level. The next level I'm watching here is the 200 exponential at like 2990, maybe 29,100. Okay. Like right around that level here is what I'm looking at. So
makes sense.
Yeah. So AMD and Anthropic signed a big chip deal, and Anthropic is who produces Claude. So oil continues to fall a little bit though. It's back down to under 87s right now. It's at 86.90s. Market will ramp up and go high.
Sarge. All right, daily goal reached. Done for the day. Lurking mode activated. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, I don't understand what this person's saying. Stock RI, send you money, you send me money back. What? What are you saying here? What are you saying? I'm not sending you money. I don't need any money from you. No, I'm not doing it. Yeah, AMD is not really holding well on this news. But you see the news right here.
I wouldn't go for that, John. It sounds kind of like one of those. I'm a Nigerian prince. I've got $37 million, in frozen.
I just need help getting it out.
Yeah, if you just send me $10,000, I'll send you back $2 million.
Right. Amazon gift cards.
Yeah.
I mean stocks. Okay, he could be talking about what we're calling circular financing and chips, which means that, and again, I'm just speculating. It's hard to tell if that's what he said, but he could be talking about that, which is like companies continue to do deals and it goes in a big circle, so they're basically just kind of, I send you money, you send me money back. Like that could be what he's talking about.
Okay.
How do I get in on those? Yeah. Anyways, AMD guys, up to 526 this year. It's still fading though. MU though, one of the things that we see from this is that MU bounced back. SanDisk bounced back a little bit, not a lot though.
Jonna, send it to me. You'll never see that money again. At least you're honest, Jonna. It makes me want to send you. No, I'm kidding. But
yeah. Yeah, look at AMD. I've known people that have gotten got with some of these scams. Right, most of the time, realistically, it happens in what's called like WhatsApp or Telegram scams. So they'll see somebody. I see them in Discord. Like I'll have to change the settings in my Discord, but I see them in Discord. Like they send these bots to try to scam people with WhatsApp scams. And they're like, oh, this is an investment community, guys. Like, this is a great investment community. Look at our portfolio. And they'll just fabricate everything. And people that are naive to this stuff.
30% return year over year,
Right. Well, honestly, they promise more than that. Sometimes they'll promise that in like a month.
Oh, my God.
Like, I've seen videos where people get catfished by these guys. Like, one guy actually thought he was dating the account manager there. Never seen her, never talked to him. And, like, it was probably a dude. But, like, he thought he was dating her. And then she would be like, oh, bro, she would be like, hey, you've racked up, $300,000, but there's taxes. So and we got to pay the taxes. So, you got to send us the 50K taxes and we'll send you the 300. And he's like, okay, done. And he's sending him another 50K. And he just kind of gets eaten up with it. She's like, oh, you're cute. And he's like, what? Oh, thanks. He's like, I'm about to be rich. I'm about to, I got a pretty girlfriend now. Like guy thinks he's got it all. When really he's just getting roped into a scam, unfortunately. And that's how it goes. You got to be careful on the internet.
It's terrible too. Cause I know okay. My first instinct is honestly to be like, how could anyone fall for that? Like, it's so obviously a scam. But at the same time, like, you gotta feel bad for people, dude. There's some people out there that are just, they're very lonely and they don't really have anything or anyone. And so they're easy to take advantage of. That's
right. The reality is, guys, and even with AI now, it might not be true. You always video chat. You always chat. You always see them in person and make sure they're real. Watch them talk. Because if they're like, yo, my camera's broken, dude, you better run the freak away.
Yeah.
Because that's how they'll get you. My camera's broken. Anyways, back to markets, guys. Back to markets. Thrilling stories at beginner trading, but back to markets here. Here's oil. Oil is under $87 a barrel right now. NASDAQ has bounced exactly at 29,000 almost.
Max.
Yeah, again, they figured out a way, Alex. I don't know. Your camera broke yesterday. Hey, listen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody who looks suspiciously like Josh Brolin is chatting you up on the webcam, it's probably not him, so don't fall for that either.
Yeah. I saw one where a lady thought she was dating Johnny Depp, and he was like, "Yeah,
Oh, no.
I've run upon hard times. You know, can you send me a couple $100 in Visa gift cards?" And she was like, "You know what? I got you, Johnny. You know, don't you worry. You know, Mama's here."
gosh.
She said, "You know."
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm dating
But
Johnny
anyways,
Depp. And
yeah.
you're like, 65 or whatever. It's like, Johnny Depp's not dating.
Yeah. All right. So AT&T says fiber delivered its best ever Q2 net additions, while combined fiber and fixed wireless produced a record quarter. We're watching AMD here, though. AMD went up really big on this Anthropic deal and then kind of came right back down. It's not really up that much anymore.
Amber took
Yeah.
all my money.
Yeah. John is AI. Dude, I wish I was AI, bro. I would love to have AI John sit here and not have to get up at 6 o'clock at the crack of dawn. You know, the sun's still down whenever I get up in the morning. I wish, maybe one day it'll be AI John. Long in New York Open. Long or short right now, guys? I don't know. We got Google earnings, Tesla earnings, IBM earnings today. We'll see what happens. But do you like NBIS? I mean, NBIS is interesting. Google has a passive, 9.3% stake in them, but they're up a lot over the last year as well for Nebius. They were at $49 12 months ago. They're at 216s now. All right, so CME says perpetual futures function more like leveraged spot products, making them attractive to leveraged retail traders, but less suitable for institutional risk managers that make up most of its business. Oil still fading? Yeah, I mean, oil's under $77 a barrel right now, or $87 a barrel. I mean, it's at 86s, and that's good. It broke under the VWAP, broke under the 200 exponential. The problem is that Catalyst can still move this, so I don't know how safe any of this is. Again, Anthropic is going to buy up to 2 gigawatts of AMD's latest gen chips, according to the Wall Street Journal. CNBC says buying stocks with borrowed money hits level seen at past market tops. Very bearish signal emerges. And again, AMD is apparently going to invest $5 billion in Anthropic as part of the chip deal, according to companies.
That'd be a bargain at half the price.
Yeah. 5 billion chip production. Yeah, but look at CL futures down to 86.60s here. Let's see if we hold. Also, guys, if you haven't already, check out Apex. I checked Apex's site, and they still have the $49 50K intraday no activation fee account. So if you want to check out Apex, you can use code BGT. You can still get that deal right now. Code BGT, $49. They also have the cheapest accounts in the game. You can get a 5-pack bundle. I think it's like $85 for the cheapest accounts. So the cheapest accounts in the game, you can check them out here. Great way to help support the channel. They are a affiliate of mine. I'm biased. I get paid by them, but genuinely useful if you want to learn to day trade and not take too much risk. Great way. It gives you some risk, but not the full extent. Up at the lake.
Great way to mitigate loss,
Yeah.
Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Join us in the Discord. Come hang out.
Yeah, it's news has been a little bit quieter the last few days here. Yeah. But next week it makes it back. Next week we actually get some stuff go on. We get like GDP data, PCE inflation data, the Fed meeting next week, and more earnings. I think we got a bunch of earnings next week as well, to be honest. So yeah, today we have Tesla, Google, IBM. Next week we have, what do we have? We got PayPal, Boeing. Most of it's Wednesday. Meta, Microsoft, ARM, Robinhood, QCOM, Wednesday evening. Next week, Thursday.
It's kind of, I don't know what this means or what kind of like effects it could have, but Reddit considers cutting off Google's access to its content for AI use.
Interesting.
I mean, like I know it's not a financial thing. It's just,
yeah. Kospi number 1 in index was a leveraged of number 2. What do you guys want to buy today? Again, what do you guys want to buy today? I don't know here.
I don't. Is silver moving up with gold? I mean, I know it usually does. Track with it, but
yeah, it's at roughly 59.6. Gold still elevated on the day. And again, we're seeing the dynamic change here for gold. I talked about this earlier, but gold is now reacting. Gold has been moving up the last few days while yields are also up, which is definitely different than how it's been. It's been the opposite of that. And so we've seen gold go up with yields now. Really interesting. We'll see if it actually holds, but we have seen gold move up with yields over the last 3 or 4 days here. So maybe we're seeing a decoupling of the correlation there between yields and gold that we've seen over the past few months. SoFi Wednesday, SoFi Tech July 29th, yes. AMD incredible run.
Want to buy Amazon?
I like Amazon long term.
Gold or silver, that's about it.
Gold and silver in no touch range for me. I'm in a nice ETH short right now. AI and memory aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Just up, creep it upward. Yeah, GEV did have some good news. But they also had some bad news. I mean, they missed EPS by a pretty big amount, and that's probably what's negatively impacting them for GEV. They're still down from their earnings. They missed EPS. They beat revenue, but they missed EPS, and they had okay guidance. Again, there's gold at 41.30s here. They do, but institutional players don't risk like that. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true. We'll see. AI and memory aren't going anywhere. Just creep it up. Yeah, I mean, look. We'll see. We'll see, guys. I like memory long term. Short term, I have no idea what we're going to get. So I do like memory long term. Short term, we'll see. You know. We might get yeah. Again, Google, Tesla earnings today. NASDAQ did dip down a little bit here. 20-year auction at 1 p.m. Yeah, we got Tesla, Google, IBM earnings after the closing bell at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. That should move markets, obviously. And maybe markets will run leading into that. Maybe they don't. I'm not sure. But so far this morning, we've seen memory corrections. Here's MU. Again, down pretty big on the day. Here's SMDK. SanDisk down pretty big on the day. Here's SK Hynix. Down pretty big on the day. SpaceX even had something that dropped it. Now it's red on the day as well. And it did better yesterday also. So long term, 10, 20 years or longer.
GB had great news. Missing earnings is the least of the importance of earnings. They raised guidance and have a backlog. What's concerning is if stocks drop on raised guidance, that's a bubble.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of covered that already.
I was just... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I missed ADD, don't you? I was just reading the comments.
No, you're good, brother. You're good.
Hey, I'll be back in just a second.
All right, bro. The Googles will make or break the market tonight. Yeah, I think Google's the most important for sure. You know, just based off of everything. Google's the most important. What company do y'all think is the most important? Dude, I did something to my jaw yesterday in jiu-jitsu. Like, it hurts. It's weird. I remember headbutted somebody accidentally or something. Googles will make or break the market tonight. Jamie Dimon says market underestimate risks and he wouldn't touch stocks or treasuries at the current prices. Yeah, but Jamie Dimon always kind of says some craziness. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of puts some stuff out there. Like, yeah, it's just kind of how he goes. All right, so yeah, Google earnings are looming. Oil's still up though on the day, but it's down some over the last few minutes here. It's at 86 this year. It's starting to bounce back higher. But again, we had our 11th consecutive night of strikes. So Just noticed Supermicro Semiconductors. Yeah, Supermicro has some news. I have to go back and check what it is, but they had some news. Supermicro is up on a record backlog for Supermicro Semiconductors. Is what the news is. So yeah, Supermicro Semiconductors. Company reported prelim Q4 financial results. Needham maintained a buy rating on the stock and raised its price target. So backlog and good numbers here for Supermicro Semiconductors. Also some upgrades. Needham adjusted from 246 from 40. Barclays adjusted it from 34 to 38. So that's kind of what happened for them. Yeah, it says its gross margins will nearly double as of yesterday, last night. It's up 7%. So, yeah, it says Q4 margins will be twice as high as expected. So, we'll see what happens with Supermicro Semiconductors. But I've never, honestly, I've told you guys this before. I've never liked buying this company. It's too volatile. It went up big. I remember it going up here and then fading back down, and it's basically been in a huge range, you know, since then. It just moves too much. Now, maybe that's high risk, high reward, and you can buy it when it's low and sell when it's high. I'm not against that necessarily here, but just be careful. MU starting to turn down some here as well. MU's at 920s right now. So MU is starting to dip some. It's at 930s or 920s.
All right, I'm back.
What's up, dude?
Nothing.
I see somebody say the whole Google CapEx story I don't get. Surely if they had lower or higher CapEx, it would be leaked by now, and we're seeing it already in the pre-earnings action. I still don't know how the market will react. Tariffs might be priced in a little bit. Hopefully that gets resolved as well. What I don't want to see is like a tariff war mixed with the conflict in the Middle East and all that stuff. I think that could obviously bring too much volatility. But we'll see. I bought it once because I thought the sell-off was an overreaction, but looking at the current chart, I would have never hit my TP. Yeah, it's just volatile. Like, again, Supermicro Semiconductors, there's been a lot of, like, news about them, good and a lot of bad, over the past few years. It's just too volatile for me. You know how it goes, though. People buy a stock, they want to believe it's going to go up. Confirmation bias ticks in, and everybody wants to believe that the good things are true and the bad things aren't, and you know, they want to believe it's going to be the next $2,000 stock or whatever, and I get it. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's just too volatile for me. Do you guys like Supermicro Semiconductors, SMCI? Let me know. No, Giovanni, I'm not going to be buying 100,000 True Social posts. I'm good. I could probably write it off, but no. No, I'm not. Definitely not getting into Supermicro Semiconductors. Bitcoin's starting to dump. Yeah, we'll see if Bitcoin holds. I mean, Bitcoin is trending against gold today. So yeah, look at Bitcoin drop here. Hold on. It could be news related. Yeah, we're at 920s. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any news regarding Bitcoin here. I don't see anything.
Buying stocks with borrowed money hits levels seen at past market tops. Very bearish signal emerges.
Yeah. I mean, the AMD deal is what people are getting excited about today, but AMD's not even reacting well. AMD and Anthropic signed a deal for tens of billions of dollars worth of AI servers, according to the Wall Street Journal. The details include Anthropic is going to buy up to 2 gigawatts of AMD's latest Gen chips. AMD is going to invest $5 billion in Anthropic as part of milestones, as milestones are hit, essentially. AMD is in talks to provide financial backstops for Anthropic's data center leases also. So AMD still trying to compete with Nvidia, looking for ways to with deals like this. I prefer gold and silver over Bitcoin. Crypto would finally run good for once. Honestly, bro, again, we'll see what happens in October for Bitcoin. Is really kind of the story here. What about gold, guys? Gold up to 41.20s, but still pulling back a little bit here. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be buying $100,000 for early access. I mean, you can make a lot of money doing so, I'm sure, you know, but I don't know if they're really going to do that. Like, I heard it's true, but
I mean, it's not. It'd be a drop in the bucket for me, but you know.
yeah. Yeah, so they call it the Truth API. It charges Wall Street traders and investment firms as much as $100,000 for priority high-speed access to posts from influential accounts, including his own. They're pitching a discounted rate of $60K per month for firms that commit to a 3-year contract. I don't know, dude. Like, I think some firms are going to do this because you can write it off, you know. And so I do think some firms are probably going to do this, you know, but I don't know, man. It depends on if there's lag. Like, if we're talking like milliseconds, it's not worth it. Some firms would still take it. If we're talking a second or two, it's still not worth it. Some firms might take it. I mean, I don't know. A couple seconds might give you time, but it's still going to be really hard to position yourselves. But if we're talking like 5 minutes early, that's a different, you know, that's of a horse. That's a horse of a different color. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's what I was about to say. You know,
I know.
Shout out to Rookie of the Year. You know, that's what I think of that. That guy opens the door. That's a horse of a different color. Yeah. Again, 5 minutes. Shit, I might buy it if it's 5 minutes. But at the same time, you also have to question how this looks. Like, is this good optics? Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think, chat? Definitely a little controversial. Yeah, you'd have to have an algo. It just stinks. Early scam access, so inside trading is just legal now. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's kind of, I don't think it's good
early
optics.
Tweets from the president. It's definitely insider trading. I would strongly oppose that, or be strongly opposed to that.
Yeah, no, 100%. Also, you got to question, like, look, like the reality of this is, if multiple different people are paying for it, like, what you have to consider is that bots are going to pick it up and run with it anyway. And so, like, you're still not going to be one of the first few people to react, because markets are going to interpret that change in price for those assets early. And we're also going to get leaks as well, depending on how early it is, right? So let's say it's 5 minutes early. We're still going to get the initial reaction. It's not like the stock's not going to move and you're going to be able to front load into it for 5 minutes and then boom, it moves when the actual post drops. It's still going to move 5 minutes before everybody else, and people are going to see that reaction. So it's still going to be hard to capitalize on it, even if you did get the information early, because it's not just you that's going to get it, it's multiple different people, and that's going to make a snowball effect of it, right? So anyways, but yeah, that's the world. All right, guys, NASDAQ at 29,000 here. Let's see if we hold, though. NASDAQ has not broken under 29K all morning. We got Google, Tesla, and more earnings today, so we'll see what we get, but yeah, AMD did do an Anthropic deal, so that's good. It's just pay to win. Yeah. Yeah, again, it's gonna be hard to capitalize, I think. Hey, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Have we put it in subscribe only mode yet?
I don't know.
You sounded like a 5-year-old just now, Britt. Say something?
Hello.
Okay, you're normal. Okay, good. I was just making sure. Soxel. Yeah, I mean, NASDAQ's still kind of quiet here. Hey, Britt, did you buy SpaceX? Did you buy SpaceX, Britt? All right, real quick, hold on. SpaceX.
No, I did not.
Speaking of that, hold on. The NASDAQ just moved here real quick. Look at this. And this is not a small movement. It just dumped under 29,000. Real quick, something just happened here. Let's see what it is. Something just happened. What did oil do? Did oil spike? Yes, it did. Oil spiked. NASDAQ just cracked lows. U.S. Secretary of State Rubio expects a very positive U.S. visit by China's president, according to AFP. I don't think that's what this is. It's got to be something, though. Yeah, look, I mean, we dipped originally. Like, look, it's something. Oil jumped, NASDAQ dumped simultaneously, so it's got to be something. I don't know what it is. Is it a truth post?
Funny. I'll see.
I mean, look. Yeah, so
yes.
So the president tweeted just now. From this point forward, anytime Iran shoots at a ship in a strait, the U.S. will hit one bridge or power plant, including those located next to Tehran. Thank you for attention to this matter, U.S. President. So it is a tweet, an escalating tweet, talking about more strikes and all that stuff. So again, the president just tweeted, NASDAQ has fallen and broke lows of the day. It rebounded back up, though. Oil, if we look at it, has jumped up to 87.20s a barrel. So the president tweets more escalation here is what's going on. President tweeting more escalation. You can see somebody posted in the chat what the tweet said. But oil has jumped up to almost 88 a barrel. It's at 87.20s now, though. NASDAQ cracked lows real quick and then came back up, and now it might go back down, I'm thinking. I don't know. But look at the NASDAQ here. So the NASDAQ did crack lows on this news, and the grifters show up all of a sudden here for this. Hey, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. We got 9 a.m. orders going through in 1 minute. So the 9 a.m. scrum happens in 1 minute. But the president just tweeted more escalating things here. Again, he said, from this point forward, anytime basically they shoot at ships in the strait, the U.S. is going to hit the power plants and infrastructure. Is essentially what he said. The NASDAQ dropped and then got rebounded right back up. So we're kind of back up here. We'll see if this holds.
How many bridges does Iran have? Well, luckily for you, unless I'm being misled again, I looked that up, and Iran has roughly 300,000 bridges and technical structures.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to put this up. Yeah, I'm just going to put this up. So we are down from this tweet, but let's see if we hold. I mean, we ended up retracing. Does it seem... The question is, does it seem good? Here's 9 a.m. So here's the 9 a.m. scrum as well here. So we have the 9 a.m. scrum going through. I kind of want to short this right here, but I'm nervous about doing so. All right, I'm going to short.
I guess that's how many they have left, Steve. I mean, I don't know.
All right, we have 4 contracts here. Kind of a risky time to take it at 9 o'clock, but hey, we got 4 contracts short. We'll see what happens. I am short 4 contracts here. We are green on the day. Let's see if it works. I mean, the reason I'm short is because this tweet is escalating. Oil went higher, NASDAQ went lower originally. We kind of went the other way, though, here. So I want to see if we retrace back down, even if we chop. The only kind of question mark is the 9 o'clock scrum. There we go. But I want to see if we return back down here. There we go. Okay. We'll lock that in. I'm just trying to build up a cushion for the opening bell here. It's a silly trade. Well, I mean, I've already taken profit once. They said that about my 29,000 dip buy too, and here I am.
John's still standing. You know.
The question is does this tweet make the market go up or down? You know, I think it could go either way. But I think there's also more variables with the 9 a.m. scrum happening. But again, we're green on the day. We've already locked in profit on this one, so we should be okay.
Average Jones says, so tired of demented narcissist and someone down.
I know, I saw that. Don't talk about John that way. Yeah.
yeah. That was funny.
Yeah.
Just had to scroll back up to see what he was talking about.
Yeah. 9 a.m. scrum is when some orders get hit overnight.
Hey, John, I'm gonna make a donut run. You want anything?
Mary Lee donuts, please. Krispy Kreme, hot, a warm Krispy Kreme donut, please. Yeah.
Dude, I wish. Like, how
mail it to me.
Melt in your mouth.
Mail it to me. It better still be hot by the time it gets here. OpenAI reportedly is going to raise its projected cloud spending to $750 billion through 2030, previously guided at $600 billion, according to Wall Street Journal. So this is one thing that could help chips and memory here. Let's see.
Yeah. And don't worry, John, I'll throw a couple hand warmers in the box. That ought to work.
Yeah, you know, it might work. Yeah, we're trying to give this some time. The only problem is we have this news about AMD and Anthropic.
SpaceX AI is considering a large expansion of its data center in Texas.
Yeah, it's still red on the day, though.
Yeah. AMD will utilize Claude to speed up software development. OpenAI plans to spend $750 billion on cloud services due to increasing computing needs.
Interesting here. Okay. But yeah, tweet move markets. Let's see if we hold out here, though. The only question mark is AMD and Anthropic again. Yeah, 20 gigawatts of AMD Instinct MI450 series GPUs. What is MU? MU is a stock, sir. It's a memory stock. It's Micron.
Or Pokemon, depending on how you read it.
Mew?
Yeah, Mew.
Mew is the greatest Pokemon, I think.
I know. That's what I think.
They tried to experiment on him. It didn't work. You know, he got mad. Or I guess it did work.
Cloned him.
But,
you know?
Yeah, it did work, I guess. All right, guys. So we have 25 minutes until the opening bell.
Crude oil inventories in about an hour and a half. Will it cause an impact? I don't know. What do you think, John?
Too. Wait. What did he say? Crude oil inventories. It might cause some impact. I'm not sure. I really don't know there. It could. It might not. I don't know. Oil's starting to rise back up here, but I think chips are bouncing back a little bit. Is kind of what's driving this.
Oh, John, your camera's out again.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix it. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
It overloads because of your beauty, is what it is.
It does. They're like, this guy is too attractive.
Too handsome.
You know, we gotta take him down a notch. You know?
Like it's like if Derek Zoolander were a real person, you know.
That's right. I'm doing Blue Steel right now.
Oh, I prefer Magnum. You know, they're also different.
Yeah, easy to understand, bro. Listen. Let me see. Let me check your chat log real quick, dude. I'm looking at receipts here for you.
Who the heck is John Market?
That's me right now, dude. I'm John Market.
That's what they called him in high school, Johnny Market.
Yeah.
Actually, if you did get like super rich off the stock market, that would be a great nickname.
Yeah, John Market. Johnny Market.
Yeah.
I like John Wicks, you know, because Candle Wicks.
Yeah. That actually is, that might be a little better, yeah.
Damn tweets just got me stopped out. I'm sorry, bro. Listen, it's happened to me once. I'm sure it'll happen again. I'm sure it's definitely happened at least once. There's also been a couple trades where I was like shorting things, and then boom, we get a tweet, and boom, market goes down. So I still think this trade would work if I would have held it, though. To be honest, I think we might chop until the opening bell and then see some volatility get unlocked. But
if Frog
Johnny
had wings,
Cash?
he wouldn't bump his butt a hopping.
Yeah, Johnny Cash. I like Johnny Cash. That's a good one too.
I've heard of him, I think.
Yeah, OpenAI says OpenAI Presence is not yet available as a self-serve product. Oil's still rising though. Like, here's the thing, right? Oil's still rising. Look at oil start to jump up here more. So oil's still moving back up here. And again, I'm gonna say this again, lurkers. Some of you guys watch the stream. You never say anything. You never participate here. And that makes everybody else sad. All right. And so announce yourself. Comment in the chat.
I can feel the pain. I can feel the pain in my heart every time one of you guys doesn't say anything.
As I say, I'm talking to you right now. You're like, is this guy, John, talking about me? Yeah. You. Right now.
To me, couldn't
do
be.
it now. Do it now. Oh, Bogdan, you're in here all the time. Chatting away.
yeah. You're right, Royal Blue. Johnny does go well with anything, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of Johnny nicknames. Yes, you were talking to me. Oh, I'm talking to you guys. What do you want, John? I'm here daily. Hey, thank you, Chan. Appreciate it, bro. Lunar stock market's so much more resilient. If the president's tweeting to dump the market, something is coming. Maybe.
I'm here daily too, and I talk all the time.
Yeah, you talk sometimes.
I mean, not in the chat, but
yeah, definitely not in the Discord. You're talking about me, DZ? Yeah, I'm talking about you, bro. So what do you think caused that big sell-off in the NASDAQ this morning at 9 a.m.? The tweet? You're talking about a tweet, sir. We got tweets this morning. Risk on
a few things in
assets.
the Discord, but nobody ever acknowledges me, so I felt sad.
Yeah, all good, Rob. Yeah, I mean, look, you should feel sad.
I know.
QCOM just announced them and Samsung are deepening their partnership to deliver Snapdragon-powered AI experiences across the Galaxy ecosystem. So again, QCOM and Samsung deepening their partnership news, and I think we're starting to see like memory form some sideways action here, which is better than drops. So we're seeing memory start to, the Bank of Japan intervened today to support the yen, carry trade to unwind. Maybe. But really what's moving markets is just oil being up. What's interesting, though, is gold's moving up. All right, NASDAQ started to jump up even more here. So look at the NASDAQ. At 29,000, maybe markets just want to hold there. Let's see if there's any news.
I just checked. I didn't really see anything yet, but
Did Elon say that?
yeah.
So Elon says Grok will create full-length movies that are more accurate than. He's such a troll. Yeah, he might be. Look, I'm not just agreeing with Elon here necessarily, just to agree. I think he might be right. I don't know if Grok's gonna do it. I think some of the other AI systems might build some great movies over time. And that's another reason I think I like Netflix, because I think Netflix is going to be deeply involved in it. They're kind of the alpha streaming company. And so I think they obviously recognize not necessarily the risks, but the potential to create movies using AI. And they're going to use that heavily, And so I think that I talked about this yesterday, but I think Netflix is solid because of that.
I think people think it's right.
Yeah, people think it's a bear argument for Netflix. I don't necessarily believe so.
I don't like the idea of it, honestly, but it's something about consuming content that is not man-made kind of just rubs me the wrong way. But I'll probably break and at least give it a chance, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I think I don't know. I think people want somebody to produce movies for them. They don't want to create their own movies necessarily, And I think we're going to get to a point where we might see pretty good movies, and all things considered, from AI, obviously. But I think people are still going to want a provider of that. They're not going to necessarily want to make them themselves. In terms of like watching real movies, they're going to watch because if you create it themselves, you already kind of know what's going to happen. And so they're going to want a producer of those movies, if that makes sense. And I think Netflix is going to position themselves to be that. I don't know how long. I don't know how long it'll be into the future. Go ahead, Britt. Sorry.
No, that's cool. I was gonna say it does. What you're saying does make sense, but I will say, if nothing else, It will decentralize, or at least has the potential to decentralize movie making and take away, like, I'm trying to think how to put this. Just take away Hollywood's overall control and stroke, and create the opportunity for a lot of independently made films.
Sure, and actors are in trouble as well, right? Like actors
I
have
know.
been. I mean, they recognize this for sure because
Writers.
actors, writers for sure, actors for sure, and so any creative works there, obviously are a little bit more in trouble, and so we'll see. But yeah, the dynamic's changing for sure, and the people that are the most creative and smart with it over time are going to be the most benefiting from it. But I think obviously Netflix is going to be front and center in that, and so that's why I like Netflix. But it's long term.
I just kind of long for the days when like a movie was just a movie. That's that. So if AI, you know, being involved in the creation of movies brings that background, I'm all for it.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely probably gonna have more movies, maybe less theaters. I think it's bad for movie theaters, all things considered. Either way you look at it, I think it's bad for movie theaters because, we're just gonna have so much more content to consume at home now, and so, but I think most movie theater stocks are not doing good anyway, so it's not like there's a lot of edge there to short or anything. But
yeah. Well, and also just to be clear, I mean, maybe AI will just create everything from scratch, but like, if as long as a human being is, I guess, behind the wheel, so to speak, at least directing the AI on what to create and how to create it, I guess I'm okay with that.
Sure. I mean, look, yeah. The one that scares me more is movies, or not movies, music, right? Like music, AI is going to be producing a lot of music now. And AI music is kind of good. I hate to say it. There's been a couple AI songs that I've listened to, and they were freaking good, man. And so that's the one that scares me more than anything because that's, it's just getting rid of a lot of creativity in a bunch of different ways. And so I think it's unfortunate, but it's the future. Yeah.
I agree. You're gonna hate me, Britt, but I have a couple of the funny AI animal paintings from Hobby Lobby. Hey, dude, I'm not mad at you. To each their own. I was just kind of stating my preferences.
Yeah. See, Moody says AI financing appears durable, adding that hyperscalers have already exceeded the company's fiscal year 26 issuance forecast and issued more debt this year than during the prior 3 years combined. But we are starting to see SpaceX rebound here. So here's SpaceX. It's back up to 123s. MU is not falling too much. SanDisk is not falling too much. We got about 15 minutes into the market open, so we will see what we get. But yeah, heading into the opening now, basically, guys, we'll see what we get. Yeah. At the very least, it should bring times that it takes to build shows. It should reduce the time it makes to create new seasons of shows. Like, I'm tired of waiting years to watch a new show.
Dude, me too. Especially when you get like 8 episodes.
Right, dude. Yeah, I'm tired of waiting years. Like it used to be once a year. Boom, you get a new season of it. Now it's like 2-3 years sometimes, depending on what's going on.
And it also used to be you'd get 18, 20, 23 episodes.
Right, and in theory, the graphic designers now with AI, it should expedite a lot of that with AI because now you can design things digitally much, much easier now. And so to me, it seems like they should be able to build them much faster here, but I think sometimes they're also doing it to guarantee a successful launch as well. They know if they wait long enough, people are going to be so hyped to watch it. It's been years that like the numbers are going to be really good when it comes on versus once a year. So I think they're doing that as well, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What's a good indicator to switch to risk on asset? What do you mean, Willie? Risk on assets are like equities, gold generally, but gold is a little bit different. Bitcoin. Risk off assets are generally yielding assets like bonds, CDs and stuff. So, all right, guys. So yeah, we got 15 minutes until the opening bell. We'll see what we get. We're waiting here, but. Again, the president tweeted, Rubio also said Iran is in a, quote, lot of trouble, end quote. Again, OpenAI introducing OpenAI presidents. We talked about this earlier. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang said American companies should absolutely be allowed to use Chinese AI models. And we're heading into the opening bell, guys. Are y'all bull or bear? Let's do a poll here. We asked people, will gold stay over 4,100 today? 56% say yes. We'll do a poll, bull or bear, for the opening bell and see what you guys got to say. But
All right.
it's. Are you bullish or bearish for today's opening bell?
Mm,
QCOM and Samsung expand collaboration. Yeah, I saw that earlier, Anti-War. So that dropped
I think you're a little
like
behind,
12
maybe.
minutes. That dropped about 12 minutes ago. Bull, yeah, voted the poll. The poll is now live. So far, we got 53% bulls, but pretty split down the middle here. What's up, Bruce?
Samsung
How you doing, bro?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Secretary of State Rubio, Iran is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I see that.
Samsung launches a new foldable phone geared toward entertainment to take on Apple's soon-to-come device.
Yeah, NASDAQ is starting to rise back up here, though. Let's see if it holds. We're just tapping the 200 exponential here. So we're right at the 200 exponential. Let's see if we hold now. Hey, thank you, Mundal. Appreciate the sub, my friend. Thank you, brother. Yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit the notification bell. I don't know why I'm not hearing it anymore. But it's
Thank
here.
you, friend.
If market is bullish today would be a great sign. Yeah, I mean, look, if market's bearish, people are going to say, hey, is oil is actually falling a little bit right now, too. Look at oil.
Good.
See, oil
Tired
is
of paying
actually
high
starting to
prices
dip.
at the gas pump.
Yeah, I mean, falling is all. I mean, obviously it's relative, but oil's at 86 right now.
My God,
Go
it's
lower using
fallen
liquidity.
40 cents.
Yeah, it's falling, and I'm trying to see if there's any news here, but I don't see anything yet.
Nor do I.
Yeah, Samsung launches new foldable phone geared toward entertainment, but oil's down to 86.80s, 86.70s. Nasdaq is right at the 200 EMA here, though. Yeah, look at
No,
oil
this is
continue to
just
fall. Look at oil.
So this is just a quick aside, just because I saw something on Twitter mentioning it. Do we have a hurricane coming our way, dude?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Dang it.
Yeah, I think so. It might. I think it might hit next week.
Okay. And from what I saw, it isn't like basically riding the entire coastline from like Georgia all the way to Texas.
Yeah, that's right.
Jeez, just can't catch a break.
Yeah,
I mean, this region, not me.
I hope it slows down before it gets to us. Oil continuing to fall here, though, guys. Look at oil. I don't see any news here, but look at oil drop. So oil's dumping down a little bit.
Brit Bull, John Bear. Actually, you'd be surprised. Israel Dela Cruz. I went bear this time.
Bearish today?
Yeah.
I do see a lot of the time that sometimes markets end up like dropping ahead of big tech earnings from repositioning, people getting nervous, and then sometimes the earnings come in good and we end up ripping up or whatever, but and kind of saving us from some of the bear day that we had prior. But it's definitely up in the air. Oil continues to fall though, so it seems like there's some type of news here. Let's see what happens. Nasdaq just cracked over 200 exponential, but look at oil. Oil's about to break the low of the last few hours here at the very least. It just did for CL futures. So look at oil dip. Yeah, oil's down to 86.5. It's under 86.5 now.
Sam, the hurricane is oil's fault.
Yeah, 200K a day. Yeah, I'm watching it here. Look at oil dip. It seems catalyst driven though, based off of the drops, but I don't see anything.
Gulf Coast hurricane would not be good for oil prices. I mean, it just kind of depends. Realistically, I mean, I'm sure it would slow down production at the very least, but I think as long as no damage is done, it should be okay. And those things are built to withstand that kind of weather, like all the platforms and stuff out there in the Gulf.
Right.
I want to build a hurricane shelter. Really.
Oh. You know, we're from Louisiana, so we've been in some hurricanes. It's not going to shut down refineries. Yeah, it's kind of a, you know, again, we got big earnings today. We'll see what those do, but I don't see any news driving the price of oil down necessarily here, though. Nasdaq has been steadily climbing up, though. I'm watching memory, though. Memory price is kind of rebounding. You know, they've been climbing back up here. like a back and forth few days for memory, to be honest. Yeah, there's a big discrepancy between Brent as well. What's Brent at right now? Brent's at 85s. Or no, I'm sorry. Brent's at 93. Yeah, 93 and a half right now for Brent crude. MU still bouncing back though. We got SanDisk and Tech starting to rebound back up some still here. All right, dude, we do have the market on open data in 3 minutes here. So we'll see what the market on open data does. But that drops at 9:25 market time. So we'll give it some time, but we'll see what market on open data brings. No news is good news, maybe. Yeah, I mean, oil just decided to slump down here. Again, it could be, you know, you always, you know, it could be some stuff. I see U.S. data center developers seek to sell majority stakes worth tens of billions of dollars, according to Wall Street Journal. Major U.S. data center developers are working with investment banks to sell controlling equity stakes in deals collectively worth tens of billions this summer. Transactions are aimed at raising capital to fund rapid expansion of AI infrastructure. A surging demand for compute capacity drives record investments in data centers. I see Wells Fargo also says very disciplined about adding IB resources. But I don't really see too much here outside of all this. But for whatever reason, oil just dipped down here. Not much. Again, I have to question whether this is like insider stuff, realistically, regarding just oil just deciding to just take some big pullbacks here. I mean, oil moves, but still. Where's AMD at? AMD had news about them and Anthropic earlier. Originally went up to like 550s. It's back down to 530s now, so it's moving a pretty significant amount. But here's the market on open data in in a minute and a half, guys. Market on open data. Yeah, oil continuing to fall. Yeah, we got about a minute left. Look, oil keeps dropping here. Interesting. Are you going to trade right when the market opens? I got to wait 5 minutes to trade generally. So I usually like to wait 5 minutes. But MU and memory prices are still rebounding here. Yeah, I'm going to cover earnings for sure. All right, guys, here we go. We got 45 seconds into the market on open data. The NASDAQ is mostly rebound back up here. Here's MU. Starting to bounce back here, SanDisk. Pretty red on the day, all things considered, again, but we'll see what happens. Market on open data in 30 seconds here. Chat, 30 seconds. It's 4 o'clock. Most of them drop at 4 o'clock. I'm not sure when the conference call is. I'll have to check, but most of them release today right around 4 o'clock. Like Google releases exactly at 4. Tesla releases at 4:05. ServiceNow releases at 4:10. IBM releases at 4:10. So, all right, here's the market on open data in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let me put the NASDAQ at. All right, so far we've had a positive reaction to the market on open data here. But let's see if we actually hold now.
What does the market on open data actually show?
It shows orders that are getting filled at the opening bell. So it's kind of like a look at what's going on. All right, so here's the NASDAQ here. We dropped a little bit now from this data release, but we have 5 minutes until the open now. Feels like a trap. I don't know. SpaceX just jumped. Look at SpaceX. Still looking at MU though.
Did you already read this thing from WSJ?
What's it about? About the
U.S.
investment
data
banking
center
thing?
developers.
Oh yeah, I read that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Worth tens of billions of dollars. Yeah, I read that one.
Okay.
All right, so we're starting to move up ahead of the opening bell. We have 4 minutes left. We're starting to creep up.
What about the restrictions on Chinese automakers?
No, I didn't read that one yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's kind of important, U.S. Senate panel to vote on bipartisan bill to tighten restrictions on Chinese automakers.
Yeah. Could impose stricter limits on the sale, import, operation of Chinese-made vehicles, connected vehicle tech in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really what we're seeing is memory rebound and oil slump a little bit ahead of the opening bell. CrowdStrike and Cerebras also are partnering to power AI detection and response. All right, guys, and we got the opening bell coming soon here, but look at MU start to fight back. It's at 940s right now. We had the AMD Anthropic deal announced earlier. See if that holds, but tweet was clearly a buy signal.
And Brett, you sound good for 85. I just saw that. I know that was a little further up, but I'm not really sure what you meant by that, Max.
He's 86.5, guys. He's 86.5. All right, get his age right.
Yeah, I'm an octogenarian. Be respectful.
Bro, are bulls and bears really the split? Every time I do a bull bear poll, it's like 50-50 basically. I could do a poll for anything else. Like I did a poll earlier about gold, not 50-50. But for bull or bear, somehow it's always 50-50, dude. It's weird. It's strange, and I don't like it.
Do another one. See if the pattern plays out again.
Yeah.
No, I mean I think that's a pretty good barometer for I don't know, just like human beings in general. Like
yeah, that might be.
In terms of I guess just like natural mindset, if that makes sense.
So I'm shorting real quick right now, but the opening bell is upon us in 2 minutes here. But I am short right now. Let's see what happens in that sec. I'd like to sell this within the next 2 minutes though, so I'm hoping we drop. We might bounce at the 200 EMA, but we're green already, so we'll be all right regardless. All right.
How dare you, Pew?
How much time we got left? We got 1:20. I want to see if we keep dropping. I will sell most of this here. Maybe I'll take a little bit of this off right now just to protect. And we have 2 contracts left. Yeah, there's no way I'm buying them. I mean, I use stop losses, but I manually use stop losses here just in case.
Get you, Max.
I have to sell. I have to sell within the next minute anyway, so my hand's over the sell button right now.
Yeah, we both have the same silly sense of humor, I think, Max. So.
All right, guys.
All right, let's see. So I'm still bearish on open. What about you, John?
I'm gonna go with bearish too, but I think memory could start rebounding back up. I'm gonna cut this break even here. I gotta get out anyway. We made money on that trade, but I think we did. But let's wait now. Let's wait. We got 25 seconds here, guys. 25 seconds until the opening bell. CapEx over the past 3 years. Yeah. CapEx, chop, then dump. Yeah, bull or bear, guys. Let me know. We got 5 seconds here. 5 seconds.
It's due to Gaussian distribution bell curve. As
Here's
more
the opening
people
bell.
that vote, the closer to
Here's the
50-50
bell.
it will get.
All right, guys. So NASDAQ jumped up at the opening bell so far here. Let's see if memory keeps rebounding. MU just jumped up to 950. SpaceX just cracked the lows of the day at 122s. CrowdStrike reversing down here. And so we have a little bit of pump at the open. I know, I'm sorry, Max. The bell is loud. My bad.
Nice little green candle on gold.
Yeah, y'all check out Lucid if you haven't already. Lucid has end of day drawdowns and everything. Lucid Flex is the best rules in any funded account, in my opinion. No daily loss limit, no consistency rule once you're funded. End of day drawdown options and everything. And you can
Fast
get the
payout.
max. Yeah, you can get the super fast payouts. You can get the max discount using code BGT. I'll put the link up. We appreciate the love. Thanks so much, guys. Or you can just see the link right there in chat, actually. Like, there it is right there in chat. Check it out. You can also find it in the description as well. But MU is ripping at the opening bell. The NASDAQ is trying to hold. The NASDAQ just ripped over 120s here, though. So the Nasdaq bouncing back here. We could have just a big long range of chop. I'm watching memory though. So I'm watching software and memory. MU popping. SanDisk is not really popping that much, but it seems like MU is. AMD's rising back up after announcing an Anthropic deal earlier.
Wells Fargo CEO Wells Fargo is big time bullish on the U.S.
Yeah, I see that. SK Hynix bouncing up a little bit at the opening bell. It's not a ton though. We could reverse. So we'll see. This is kind of a high volume area here, so I do have to kind of wait now actually, but your bell scared me. Sorry, dude. I'll turn it down next time.
Ring my bell.
Bear it open, bullet close. That's possible. So far, we're bullish right now. Look at the opening bell here. I gotta wait 2 minutes, 3 minutes before I trade here, since the bell. But
he turned it up real loud so that all the people actually on the floor, on the trading floor in New York, could hear it.
Yeah, I was meant to wake the lurkers up. For sure. We'll see. All right, guys. SpaceX is down to 122s. MU SK Hynix still rebounding back up.
I think I've been wrong about every open call I've made. So if anybody wants to like make money, not seriously, don't.
Inverse Brit is what you're saying.
Like
inverse Brit.
Not actually giving advice. I'm just saying it seems like I'm always wrong.
Yeah, I mean inverse Brit's inverse Brit. You know, at a certain point you gotta just feel the inverse.
Sounds like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
The inverse.
Yeah, SK Hynix ripping up. MU still pushing up here. So memory has started to rebound.
Gold is ripping.
Is it? Yeah, gold up to almost 41.50s.
Yeah.
So memory and gold rebounding back up.
Kind of hitting a little bit of resistance or trying to, but I don't know if it'll hold.
Yeah, we're over 150s. We're getting close to highs here. It looks like memory's starting to rise ahead of earnings.
And we got what? 4 green candles since the open. On the Nasdaq specifically.
Yeah, look, we're at 154s here. So MU up to 950s. SpaceX. I gotta wait a little bit of time though here before I trade. The Legend of Brick.
You know it.
Yeah. SoFi also.
The legend in his own time, some people say.
Still my hero, wisdom of the crowd. Yeah, for sure.
It stands it. That's a great reference. I love it. Yeah. Every instinct I have, just do the opposite.
Is it time to buy memory? It's going to be the poll. Yes or no? Vote on the poll, guys. Is it time to buy memory stocks? All right, so we got this reasonable pullback here. I might buy into this dip right here. We'll add some size.
I don't know enough about memory to make that call, honestly.
Well, memory's needed in chips. And so it's basically... Hold on. Might add a little bit more size. Dumping. SoFi?
Yeah. Preston says SoFi is dumping, and then Pew said SoFi is always dumping.
Bro, why are you pumping MU all the time? I'm not, dude. Memory's the big story in markets right now. Like, the most volatile sector in markets over the last few months. All right, we're going to take a little bit more off of this at the highs. The most volatile sector in markets over the last few months is memory, for sure. Like, have you seen the earnings reports lately? Yeah, the percentage moves in memory stocks. Like, it's just the big story of the market. We're talking about memory because memory is front and center in the market right now. All right, let's see if we get up there.
Girl, why you SoFi?
Futures, I FOMO into 20 MU, spank me. What you're taking short-term trades on MU? MU, I don't know what it's going to do short-term. MBIS continuing yesterday's gains. Microsoft's correlated with software, I think. Microsoft is getting dumped on right now.
All this after they invested $60 million into whatever that AI project was.
Yeah, I mean, long-term, they're still fine, I think.
Oh, I know. I mean, look, you never know. I mean, big companies have gone away in the past. I mean, but I just find it unlikely. I mean, considering how diverse most of these companies' portfolios probably are, and well, the sectors they're involved in is what I mean, I guess.
Yeah. See, I might add more to this dip though, but look at that drop here. We are seeing a pretty substantial drop all of a sudden. I might buy into this, but it's risky. That was a quick drop though here. I'm trying to take more risk in this account because we have a profit cushion built up. So we'll take 5. There we go. Take a little bit more off up there. Take a little bit more off up here. Yes, sir. Take a little bit more off up there. Yep. Take a little bit more off up there. And we'll hold the rest break even now. Lucid, Tradeify, Apex, they're all pretty good with that. Igor. Depends on which. I mean, they're all pretty good at it.
Talking to you, Igor.
I think Apex's payouts are automated now. So.
Igor Hefner. Is that Hugh Hefner's lesser known brother?
John Oil did me a favor so far. Max says, keeping the heart rate down for now. John, you are missing again. Oh, I thought you were talking about a trade.
Oh, I did too. Talking about the camera. He's just too beautiful, guys. The camera can't take it.
Look at this trade. Guys, look what I have done. I feel like, look at this. I think I'm going to hold it with 1 micro contract. Do I add to this now?
Lee.
I got it basically at the lows too. Look at that. I'm going to add it. It's a risky ad, but that's okay.
Lee says, I've forgotten what I knew about memory. How many contracts are you holding, John?
I'm only holding 2 right now, but I had 5 and I've scaled out of most of it. And I added some back right now, but now it's kind of getting to that break even level. So I want to give it a time to rebound, but if it doesn't, yeah, I'm just going to get out break even on the rest.
Oh, okay. Are you looking for any kind of specific pattern? Or I mean, are you going to be looking at like a 15-minute orb or?
Yeah, I'll be watching for it, but we've pushed up a lot at the opening bell, right? So orbs can work. Hey, thank you, Zeke, for the memberships. Shout out to.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. All you guys are members now. Congratulations, VA, B-Bad, Bam Bam, Captain, Marin, whatever. Thanks, bro.
You have all arrived. You've made it. You're in the
big
time.
Thank you, Zeke. Shout out to Zeke. You're the greatest, Zeke. Thank you. Here, sorry, Britt. You're muted right now because the sound is too much. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, now you're back. All right. But yeah, shout out to Zeke.
I knew I was gonna like you as soon as we met, Zeke, so to speak. In the chat.
Yeah.
That dude Zeke's gonna be a cool dude.
Microsoft is still kind of slumping down, but look at MU. MU's up to almost 960s again. Look at Microsoft though. Software getting hammered a little bit. Here's Service. We have ServiceNow earnings today too. Look at ServiceNow. Look at
yeah. What time do those drop?
I think ServiceNow is like 410.
Okay.
We got ServiceNow. CrowdStrike had some news, but it's down too. So software is getting hit right now. Microsoft, ServiceNow, CrowdStrike, and more. Adobe probably. Yeah, Adobe's falling down too. So software is falling right now. Gold is moving up. It's at 150s. Memory is also moving up. Look at MU. MU filling some of this gap. It's at 961s right now.
Heck yeah. I'm really happy about that because I got a revelation to make, John. I'm actually a majority shareholder in MU.
Oh, you own MU? It's your company?
Yeah. I've been holding off on telling you that because I didn't want to like jeopardize our friendship.
Yeah, no, I know. But with that said, loan me $1 billion. You know what I mean? I need it.
All right, hey, dude, right? Done.
I need to buy some clothes. I need to buy some clothes. Loan me $1 billion. Yeah. I'll kindly accept. Kindly. SpaceX still falling here. We do have a range to watch here, but we're kind of in a high volume area. But like MU's moving up, SpaceX is falling. I'm assuming SanDisk is up some since the opening bell too. Nvidia's back up to 206 this year, but we do have a range.
Proxy says, I feel like money rotating out from Mag 7 and software back to hardware because of ER. If ER miss or bad and raise guidance, hardware will benefit all. And even if the guidance is good, hardware will.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely some rotation. Yeah, so it's that basically money's flowing from software, which is selling off, into memory, which is ripping up at the opening bell, is what he's saying, ahead of earnings releases based off of that. So here's MU, 950s. We got a range in the NASDAQ.
Oh, there was a follow-up. It's like a win-win for hardware, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's saying MU will benefit, like, and memory will benefit regardless.
Yeah.
New poll. Yeah, so we did this poll. Is it time to buy memory stocks? 54% say no, 47% say yes. The NASDAQ is really choppy and kind of flat here, though.
Are we coming back for earnings releases? Or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Microsoft at 393s here. SpaceX at 122s. If you almost going... Or go ahead.
No, I was just reading a comment. Which earnings are you looking at today for AI setups?
I mean, Google, IBM, ServiceNow, Tesla a little bit, you know.
Those are good ones.
Yeah, I mean, those are the big ones. Google, IBM, Tesla. Ugh.
If one Mag 7 doesn't raise capex, everything will flush and Mag 7 will pump. I mean,
NASDAQ just cracked the previous highs here. Still not quite over highs of the day, which are up here roughly around like 199. I'll have to look, but Microsoft's still slowing down here. Or no, previous closing price at 289. We do have this range here though. We're only 13 minutes into the open. Here's the opening bell range, so we can look for an orb setup here and see what we can get. But so far, this is the opening range right here.
gold looks to be breaking out. Maybe.
Now the range has gotten bigger, so we're still pushing up. Yeah, gold pushing up to 4150.
Is Netflix pushing back up?
I don't know. I haven't checked it. Yeah, Netflix is up to 70 plus right now. So, yep.
Wasn't it down in the 50s or not quite that low?
I think it was at 60s. I don't think the 50s. I don't know.
Okay.
It dropped from its earnings report. It hit lows of 65s.
Okay.
There's no way they wouldn't raise capex. Yeah, I mean, I think so as well. Regarding the M3.
What was China's Kim 3 announcement?
So yeah, so it's from Moonshot. I wanted to make sure I got the name of the AI. It's from Moonshot AI. It's a flagship model, 2.8 trillion parameters. So with like competition here with the US, it's you know,
Okay.
it's relevant.
Yeah, I get you. Thanks.
Yeah. Bitcoin bouncing back a little bit, still red on the day. All right, so we got the, we're about 15 minutes into the day now. We'll watch for an orb setup here or something like that. All right, NASDAQ just cracked over the orb. You can maybe also wait for this candle to close before it's technically an orb, but you can see the orb breakout here. Super Micro up 20%. Yeah, I saw the news. It's getting ready to test pre-market highs for Super Micro.
Nestle deal to vault Perrier unit at close to 5 billion euros.
Yeah. Legislative bill would require data centers to cover grid upgrade costs. Question is, do I buy a pullback into the orb? I think maybe, but it would need to be like down here to like 190, 185s. Maybe like 175s is actually better. I'll give it a second. Problem is I might miss the run here, but we'll see. All right, we're at 65 900s. Also, guys, remember, Apex still has their sale going on. If I check the Apex site, you can see they still get no activation fee accounts for $49 if you look at the Apex site here. So I'm waiting to see if I get this trade, but if you look at the Apex site, 50K, no activation fee, $49 if you use BGT coupon code. So it's 49 bucks, cheapest accounts in the game. You can buy a 5-pack bundle and more on Apex. So it's a great way. It's a great way to learn. I'll put the link up. Most day traders lose. So what Apex does, like if you want to learn to day trade, they give you a demo. They test your skill with a demo account. You pass the test, they fund you. If you fail, you only lose what you pay for it. And this is really useful because most day traders lose money regardless of where they go. Doesn't matter what course you take, who you follow, you're probably going to lose money if you fund your own account day trading. And so why risk thousands of dollars? It just doesn't make any sense to you. You could risk 50 bucks here. And, you know, their cheaper accounts are like $17. All right, I'm going to buy this dip right into the orb right here. As long as we don't get like a quick fall down, I'll hold. But if we start to still drip. But if you want to check out Apex, again, the code's right here. You can use code BGT at checkout, get the max discount. Let's see if we hold down here, though. Okay, we're up a little bit here. Let's see if this bounce continues. Kind of trying to buy it into like 175s. You know, it is pre-earnings day, so there's also a chance we get some chop, but we'll give it a second.
Legislative bill would require data centers to cover grid upgrade costs.
Yeah, I gotta cut this one now. It's alright. We might get faked out here, but...
And this... Has oil gone up in the last 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds?
I'm looking. Might jump back in here.
Well, it may not have because this actually took place in the Red Sea, but apparently the Houthis deployed missiles and drones to attack ships in the southern Red Sea.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see.
I thought more escalation might have affected
really,
the...
I'm showing memory pulling back a little bit here, so, but SanDisk and MU are dipping down some here. Watch software stocks, though. What's interesting is, like, Microsoft is still just plummeting down here. It's at 392s right now. So
what was the catalyst for that?
It's software. Software, for whatever reason, selling off, rotation back into chips.
Oh, it's okay, part of the same movement we were talking about earlier. Okay.
Yeah, it's just some rotation back up. You know.
Okay.
MU seems to like continue dipping here, but we'll see if it holds. We're right around the VWAP though for MU, so there's a chance we hold.
I believe
bull or bear right here, guys. What do you guys think?
I'm not even gonna guess because whatever I say, it's gonna do the opposite.
Yeah, that might be true. There's MU bouncing a little bit.
Gold. At least it's been. It seems like it's leveling off a little bit.
Yeah, I see SpaceX start to rebound. Oil's kind of choppy. Microsoft's still cracking lows though.
A little downturn in the Nasdaq over the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean it started to reverse back. We'll see in memory start to climb back up though a little bit here, so we'll see if that can prop us up and save us from this.
Yeah. BGT knows best.
Sometimes
All
he
right.
does. Sometimes he's wrong every time.
60% of the time, he's wrong every time.
Yeah, I might buy this dip. And I think I did already. Here we go. I don't know if this is news driven. That's a big bounce all of a sudden. Let me see if we can figure out why. Yeah, I don't see anything really. I mean, I don't mind it. I'll take it. But there's a Israel PM and President Oval Office meeting being considered for next week, according to Axios, citing sources. I don't know if that's moving anything here. What we see is software and we see software dumping and memory ripping. So we see rotation out of software stocks into hardware. Do I add to this? I think so. Hmm.
You hear me? I lost you for a minute.
Yeah, we're here. Sorry, I'm just quiet. I'm watching this trade. I'm long
No.
here. I added some to it.
Okay. No, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure that, everything's still working.
All right, I'm going to take a little bit off at the top of the range here and then hold the rest break even. There we go. All right, so the president just talked again. I don't know if it was a Truth Social post or what. Let me see.
I'll check that.
Yeah. All right, so we did just rip over highs here.
No.
This is what he said. He said, Iran will pay a big price. Iran will not have nuclear weapons. Americans are not against the war. I don't know where he said it, though, but I see it coming through the tape here. So it was reporters at Joint Base Andrews. He said Americans don't want high gas prices.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that until just now.
All right, we're going to take this off here and get out. We wrote it up enough, but MU continues to bounce.
I was going to say, if we couldn't find it on Truth, maybe he started another social media company called Extra Truth Social.
Like, yeah, Bluth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, but it's about to hit ships in the Bab al Mandeb Strait any second now. They just positioned drones and missiles. Volume high on sellers. Yeah, I'm waiting here, but MU is really what's bouncing back here. We're at 970s. NASDAQ continuing to just pop higher here. So we're
Thank
at
you, Miss Tiny.
235s.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're still trying to hold here, but memory hasn't stopped. MU's about to go green on the day. It's at 970s almost. 970s for MU. So we'll see if it goes green. Might reject there at the previous closing price level, though. Look, here's MU. It's at 968s. Interesting. I had to limit order sell NBIS this morning at 230s. For some reason, it filled at the open at 212s. Yeah, just be careful. Why I can't buy no activation fee for $49 on page it says 49, but when I go to checkout it says 79. Does it really? Let me see. Let me try.
I almost said tax, and I thought about, man, that'd be a huge tax rate.
So it'd be 50K activation fee. Wait, what?
People taking their money on the MU because they know it's on the way down every time it runs up.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You can buy a 5-pack of the 50K no activation fees for $345. It's still about $70 worth, or $65 worth. Yeah, it's weird. Let me see. Let me try entering the code. It says it on the site, but...
And he says, mayhap only the first one is that price? Or did...
No, now it says it's $79. Weird.
Huh. That is strange.
Yeah. All right, guys. Oil's still moving higher here. MU pulling back. It says it on the website. I thought it was still going. It says it on the website. But that's all right. You can still get $17 accounts. Cheapest in the game there. Again, if you don't like that, but try, Lucid. Lucid's great. End of day drawdown options and everything, basically. No PDT rule. Great way to learn. NASDAQ's still not really stopping here. MU's trying to push up. Nvidia went green. Yeah, Nvidia's green. MU's green. SanDisk is green. Oil's just jumped up, though. So look at oil right now. The oil did just pop a little bit higher here.
U.S.-Saudi Arabia deal expected to be signed around 1:30 p.m., according to CBS.
Okay. Yeah, oil jumped up a little bit here. Let's see what happens now. Marvell just went green too. Went short on one NASDAQ. Oil's really trying to go for the high of the day. Yeah, Lucid's good. I mean, end of day drawdowns and everything. You can use code BGT on Lucid, Apex, Tradeify, take profit. Mm-hmm. But again, I'm trying to be patient here and wait. Like, we're already very green on the day. I have a very large cushion. But I got to be patient and just kind of sit on my hands, I think, a little bit here.
Are you in a trade right now or no?
No, I'm not in anything.
Okay. What's your win rate, I guess, so to speak? Like percentage.
Let me see. In this account today, my win rate is 64.5%.
Damn.
The last few months, last month win rate is, it doesn't give you the data, last few weeks. Last week, my win rate was roughly 59%.
Impressive.
No, it's decent.
I mean, let's put it this way. I hear you say, you're going green more than I hear you say you're going red.
Well, so. Yeah, but sometimes you go green, 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 red, big red. So that's how it goes.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it can even out or even go back against you depending on the amount you win or lose. But still,
yeah,
seems like your overall strategy with the amounts aside is pretty successful.
Yeah, it's decent. I don't know. Yesterday, I think I lost money. I have to go back and check if I lost money yesterday. I think I did. Technically. Let me look. Yesterday.
All right.
I ran 55% yesterday. All trades. This was yesterday. It says I made $797 yesterday. I don't know if I made that much. Maybe I did. What was I at the day before? Last week?
Farmer says we don't talk about the losers, Britt. Hey, dude, I do. Otherwise, I'd have nothing to talk about.
Sometimes we don't. Sometimes I'm trading off stream, which is definitely true. Is Bitcoin a short? I don't know. I'm not shorting it.
I don't care if John's winning or losing. I'm here purely for the elite vibes. And it's
Yeah.
a good reason to be here. Thank you, Charity. You're awesome. You're one of the good ones,
Yeah, that's right. Again, gold still ripping up here, guys. Look at gold. Gold up to 41.60s right now. So gold's trying to hold. And that rhymed.
Boomdock. Careful, y'all. John the Humble just showed up.
Definitely John the Humble right now, dude. You guys know
Oh,
me.
yeah.
If there's one thing I am, it's humble.
Humble John is what they call
I
him.
would say I'm the most humble out of everybody here.
My grandma said that once, actually. You remember the one we helped move, John? She was talking one time. She said, "And honey, I'm so humble."
Yeah.
Like she just it just went right over her head as she was saying it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
She was a sweet lady, though.
Yeah. I could hear her saying that. All right, so the president apparently is still tweeting. But we already saw this. Americans are not against the war. Basically, that we're going to get gas prices down. We'll see what happens later today, guys. Again, oil at 87s again, though. So gold is up. Oil is up. We'll see if we actually hold here. Alright, yeah, we're at 87s right now. Just go against every instinct you have, Boomdock. If you're going to short Bitcoin, I'm here for the background music. Yeah, we don't talk about users here.
This is pretty cool. After more than a decade of research and years of delays, Johnson & Johnson now has a robot on the market for soft tissue surgery.
Good.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah, U.S. reaches deal with Saudis for nuclear energy commercial agreements.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the NASDAQ here and oil. I mean, we've gone up so much, it looks strong. But there's a chance we run up so much into this, and then we just have like a big pullback into the big tech earnings today. So MU is down at 965s. SpaceX is at 123s.
It's like spot silver just broke back. I mean, well, not just, but broke back over 60. That's good.
Yeah.
Up 3%. Gold's up 2%.
Yeah. Yeah, gold has been running for sure.
Mm-hmm. Sir John Humbleton.
Yeah, that's me right there, dude. You guys know. Honestly, I'm waiting. The market's pulling back a little bit. I don't know if it's big enough to get me excited here. So, I don't know if this is big enough to get me interested anyway. Oil down to 86s. SpaceX at 123s. MU at 964s. Yeah, we did a poll earlier. So time to buy memory stocks. Honestly, 54% say no, it's not. So. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut out of here, probably. It's just a little boring right now. We'll be back later on today for Microsoft earnings. Or, I'm sorry, for Google earnings, Tesla earnings, IBM earnings. SpaceX dipping down too. We're at like 123s. BYD will eat Tesla's dinner. Yeah, so again, I'm going to get out of here. Again, if you want to help support the channel, check out Lucid. Lucid's great. They give you a demo. They test your skill with it. If you pass the test, they fund you. If you fail, you only lose what you pay for it. In this case, it's pretty cheap if you use my code Max Discount. Lucid Flex is probably what you want to check out, because Lucid Flex, you know, people talk about rules in the funded accounts. Lucid Flex, $3,000 profit target, $2,000 max loss limit, like a reasonable ratio, end of day drawdown and everything, no daily loss limit, only 50% consistency. But once you pass it, no consistency, no DLL, end of day drawdowns. And so I think Lucid's probably the best way to do this here, personally. But again, if you want to check them out, you can also go direct to funded on Lucid here, by the way. So if you want to, you can get a 150K direct to funded account. If you use my code, it's cheaper than this, I'm pretty sure as well. So again, I'll put the link up. It's a great way to help support the channel. We appreciate the love, guys. Thanks so much. Yeah, you get the 100. Yeah, let me see how much it is. The 150K direct to funded account. If you use my code right now, let me see.
Do me a favor, guys. On your way out the door, hit the like button, please.
Yeah, that's right.
Get us to 300 before we head out, please.
Yeah. Hey, do it now, guys. Do it now. But yeah, here's the code. I'll have to see how much it is, but it's cheaper than that for sure. Here's the link for Lucid. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate the love, and we'll be back later on for Microsoft or for Google earnings. Yeah.
Absolutely. See you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
Later, chat.
Yeah.
Have a great day. We'll see you guys later.
Later, guys.